iPad,
or anywhere else online. It's Be Real TV, fool.
We ride around wildin', high on our minds, I'm a street legend. I'm ahead of my time. When I die, pull something off the vine, move 100 miles an hour, limoncello number 9. We ride around wildin', high on our minds, I'm a street legend. I'm ahead of my time. When I die, pull something off the vine, move 100 miles an hour, limoncello number 9.
Take a breath, blow it out, till there's nothing left. Take another step, count your blessings, we ain't finished yet. Gone too soon, they'll be walking at the moon, smoking in the room when they reminiscing over you. Pour it out, spill a little for the ones you lost. Take a pause, never doubt the lines that you run across. Waiting for applause, yeah, you beat the odds. Reaching for the stars, hurt your balls, now your name is ours. Sign them up, put them on tour, there he goes. Run around the world, you can spin the globe, doing shows. Spread the word, coming soon, dream coming true. Common theme, get money or it's getting you. Money over everything, money be the king. But I'ma keep it moving, yeah, money ain't a thing. Trying to live a dream, make it a reality. Actually, I'm living it, taking over gradually, getting it.
We ride around wildin', high on our minds, I'm a street legend. I'm ahead of my time. When I die, pull something off the vine, move 100 miles an hour, limoncello number 9. We ride around wildin', high on our minds, I'm a street legend. I'm ahead of my time. When I die, pull something off the vine, move 100 miles an hour, limoncello number 9.
Woke up in the west where the sun sets, no regrets, emblem on my chest, yeah, the family crest, we the best, read it on the net, ready on set, call us heavyweights, man, we heavy set, dropping on my Chevy set, flew up to the east with the Jesus piece, to the knees, hanging with the slider seas, money trees in the breeze, waiting on the press release, presently, Hennessy in my cup, heavenly, render me, lit as fuck, give it up, never see, essentially, got one speed at 100 and eventually, you might hit the brakes, a mistake, no penalty. Lanes for me to take, no breaks, you'll remember me.
We ride around wildin', high on our minds, I'm a street legend. I'm ahead of my time. When I die, pull something off the vine, move 100 miles an hour, limoncello number 9. We ride around wildin', high on our minds, I'm a street legend. I'm ahead of my time. When I die, pull something off the vine, move 100 miles an hour,
Limoncello number 9.
on your laptop, iPad,
Or anywhere else online. It's Be Real TV, fool.
It is Be Real TV, fool. It's the Dr. Green Thumb podcast on Be Real TV, YouTube, and Twitch. What is poppin', y'all? It is the hump day. And I'm sitting here with the icon who is already lit, Mr. Eric Bobo.
What's good? Team Icon in the house. What
Yeah.
it do?
Doing more iconic shit by the day.
That's what I say.
And we got Mr. Well Lit, the good light, C-.
Hello.
How you doing, sir? How's that mix last night?
It was fun. It was fun, man. It's a different thing doing these mixes in the morning and the evening. So it's been cool.
Word up. Colton Kilroy behind the boards with Raw Raw Morning Shop Films. Hello, guys.
What up? C-, that's a cool hat.
Oh, thanks,
Damn.
man.
And our special guest today for the first half right here, we got my folks from DNA Genetics, Don and Aaron, up in here.
What's up, Papa?
OGs.
And we just love weed like you guys.
Yes.
I know you like weed.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
I heard that about you.
Word on the street. What was that?
Word on the street is you guys like weed.
Rumor has it.
I mean, not for nothing. You know, you guys got one of the top 3 smokiest smoke box of all smoke boxes.
We got to do it again.
And make it even more smoky.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Smokey and the Bandit.
Just hash joints.
I'll be the Bandit. You guys.
Just hash joints. See how many we can smoke.
Oh, hash joints.
Are those hash holes?
Yeah,
hash holes.
That's what C- has.
Yeah.
Is that what you're smoking, B?
No, I'm going to be smoking this very soon. I'll just put this out and I'll smoke me a hash hole with you just because you guys are here and I love you fuckers. So, you know what I'm saying? I got to do it.
Well, we love you too, brother.
Oh, you already know.
Oh, man, yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I'm being an asshole for not smoking it right now, but
See
I'm
how
going to
you
get
are,
to it.
Bobo?
But I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to it.
See how you are, bro?
I put some spec on this. I've heard about these. You know what I mean?
You did hear about those. You
I
put
heard
some
about
spec on that, yeah.
So I'm going to get to it.
All right, first off, I want to say, before we get carried away, because, you know, we do get high here, but I want to say happy birthdays to my man Big Boy, and congratulations. It's his birthday, and he received his star on the Walk of Fame this morning.
Oh, dope.
Congratulations, big boy.
Mickey Thicky Mix.
Hey, he deserves it, man. I mean, this dude put in so much work and, like, just the map of his work while he was at the other place was incredible.
Yeah.
When he was in the place that you were.
Yeah.
That work was incredible. You know, like, for him to take that somewhere else and keep it rolling and be relevant, and motherfuckers still have the same love for him. I mean, look, he had Dr. Dre and George Lopez give his opening speeches.
Oh, that's dope.
Know what I'm
It's amazing.
saying? And shit, man, in terms of radio, there's only a couple motherfuckers I could say that deserve that type of shit, but he definitely deserves it.
Well
And
deserved.
so he got his, and happy birthday. That's great for that to happen on your birthday.
100.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
gift and a
excellent.
gift.
Welcome to the Walk of Fame Club, big boy.
Welcome to the club, baby.
Welcome.
Damn.
All you guys got stars.
Stars.
Maybe
Stars.
they'll get some weed stars one of these days.
And we gotta send a very happy birthday to one of the Stoner Kings, Wiz Khalifa.
Yes.
Wiz K. It's his birthday.
Wow.
You could pop off that happy birthday over there. if you-
birthday, you thing from another world, you.
That's right. No, you didn't have to go that far. You could have just stopped it on happy
We'll just
birthday.
edit it.
All right, we got to edit that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, happy birthday to Wiz, Stoner King out there.
Virgo's in the house.
Another one who loves the weed.
Another one. He likes weed too. I heard
Yeah.
about this. Yeah,
I read about it.
I heard he likes weed. You know, slightly a lot.
I didn't believe
He
it.
had one of the top smoke boxes too. Had to peel his clothes off. It was so.
I didn't believe that he smoked weed until I saw a picture.
Yeah, I wasn't about to peel my clothes off
Look-
on that thing with you guys.
Look, yeah, me neither. I stay cold as ice. You know how I do. What's crazy is when I knew he was a connoisseur, not just a weed smoker, because you know there's the difference, right? I
Yeah.
mean, you guys have been in it long enough to know that there are people that just smoke weed and they'll smoke anything, whether it's good, whether it's bad, because they just maybe don't have the knowledge. They're just smoking.
We won't name any names.
We won't name names. But then there's just motherfuckers that smoke real weed that are connoisseurs that they'll be snobs about it and they'll snub other shit. Like, you know, I'm not fucking with that.
Yeah.
Right? So we're at, I believe it was the Smoke Out or Paid Dues, one of those festivals down there. And it's me meeting Wiz for the first time, I think. Maybe the second. And, we get introduced and somebody passes me a blunt and I look at it and I don't hit it because you know me, I don't fucking hit the blunts.
Right.
And I passed to Wiz because, like, I thought he might hit the blunts because he hangs with Snoop. And I know for a fact, you know, Snoop is a blunt smoker. He
Absolutely.
don't fuck with joints. He fucks with blunts. Snoop, you got to fuck with the joints, man. It's better for your lungs, baby. Listen.
Paper and weed, Snoop.
Listen,
Paper and weed.
listen to your family right here, brah. Joints. All right, so that being said, I try to pass it to Wiz, and Wiz is like, nah, I'm cool with that, bro. I don't smoke blunts. I was like, yeah, he's one of us. He really knows. I was impressed. And then smoking out with him, you know, yeah, he smokes a ton. So, you know, definitely I knew he was a real one when he turned down that blunt.
Yeah, I remember the first time I met Wiz. It was actually with Snoop doing the Mac and Devin photo shoot for
Yeah.
High Times.
Yeah.
And, you know, I had some great fucking weed for those guys.
I know you did.
I had some great weed from, like, every time even when you did the Mount Cushmore shoot, Remember that
Yes.
whack-ass bowl of weed that
Oh,
they
that
put on
was-
the table? And then
yes.
there's the weed that I
Shall
brought.
remain nameless.
You know?
Wow.
Have you ever taken bad weed to somebody, like on purpose? Here, man. Take this.
On purpose.
That would be fucked up. You know, it's somebody who slightly gets on your nerves. They called you for weed and shit. Like, oh, man.
So
this
you
mo-
might not
Alright.
give them like
Yeah.
top shelf.
Would it be considered bad weed if you just haven't got to it to smoking it because you were smoking something else that was better, and it was still good weed, but you know how it gets old and you have those bags of weed in your fucking closet? I already know. I mean, you know what I'm talking
I know
about.
you
B.
know.
What do you do with those bags? I mean, is that bad weed when you give it
It's not
to someone
necessarily
else?
bad weed, but it's not.
It's not weed. You.
It's not
give
weed
to
that you're gonna
us.
smoke.
Listen, if it was the last on the conveyor belt, right?
Right. Well, you guys, but it's also like our levels are different than most people.
Right.
So what we think isn't smokable or isn't good, the bottom of the jar, the last 10 grams.
Somebody else loves it.
Someone else comes over and they're like, "Holy snap! I'll take that. That's gold." You know, and
That's
it's
true.
not because you know you're disrespecting it or something. It's just you want the freshie. You know.
Yeah. Because I mean, we have an unfair advantage.
There's levels to this shit.
There is levels. We have an unfair advantage.
There's jars that don't get opened.
We get it when it's mega fresh, and sometimes other motherfuckers gotta wait.
Totally.
And sometimes when we have so much, the shit that has the oldest date on the jar might not get smoked. But look, I know because I've done research on this. I am the doctor after all.
Many studies.
That if you store that weed right and you put it away in its proper place, the right temperature, no light hitting it, you could pull that bitch out and it's still going to taste incredible. Now, will you break that out before the jar you just got? Probably not.
You're giving that jar to someone down the line.
That's what
I
was
got to
gonna
tell
say.
you,
You know,
I got to tell you,
you pass it on.
I've held jars for 6 months and I broke them out here. No one could tell. They were like, damn, this shit tastes good. And I smoked it right with them.
Right.
And I was surprised. You know, this is when I just started doing that. And then that became a thing to me. Like, because you know how it is. Guys like us, we go certain places and motherfuckers want to give us jars, right? Oh, here,
Absolutely.
try my shit. Hey, try this. These are this genetics or that and blah, blah, blah. We get so much of that, you know, you're going to forget about some of it, right?
Well, some of
But-
it you'll smoke a joint from,
Yeah.
and take one hit or two hits and be like, yeah, I'm probably not going to smoke the rest of
Well,
that jar.
see, but I'm not, you know, I don't even count those because those go right out the window. I'm talking about the shit that you would actually smoke, right?
good shit.
Because no one is ever going to pass you or me something.
No,
that
but
we
some
would-
of it looks really good. I mean, I've gotten some great
No, I know
samples
that.
in cannabis cups from people, growers, and on the way back from San Francisco, I'd be like, let's roll a joint, smoke it.
But look,
and
discount their weed, right? Put them out of the conversation. And let's just say you got 5 top cultivators that are saying, boom, here, hey, check my jars out, right? And you know that they are the business because you've had their shit before.
Right, you've smoked
They're saying, hey, try our new cuts. What I'm saying is, let's just say you don't get to those because you got all this other fucking weed you got to go through, and this has been chilling. Now, if you leave it in a setting like on a table like this, in a room like this, open, lights going on and off, yeah, that weed's going stale. In a month, you ain't fucking with that weed.
Yep.
Trust that you won't be because it's not
For
going to
sure.
taste good. But if you put that weed away properly, stored in a dark place,
Oh, yeah.
right temp, you can break those 5-6 jars back out, and it's going to probably taste better than when they wanted you to fucking smoke it in the first place.
oh, yeah, nice and cured.
Now,
If it's boof, it's boof, and it's going to taste like boof no matter how long or how fucking fresh it is.
now question.
Sir, yes, sir.
Now, you
Kind
know
of
how.
question you got.
Okay, this is the question that I have. All right. You know how wine, you're able to you have aged wine. It goes 15-year-old wine.
True.
Or, whatever. Is there something that you can preserve weed for that long and it's
No.
still it doesn't work that way?
I think you're good for if
even in a
if you're-
humidifier or
if
something.
you're in an ideal storage place that got it dialed in, I think you're good for a year, and after that, probably done. I don't think you could store it for over 2 years.
We always were saying that if there was a way you could take, 2002 November crop and have a QP in a jar up on a shelf in some humidor room or some shit that we know it's going to stay good, that would be the shit. It'd be like a museum of all the years of different strains, but
it just
besides that, no one's tried that.
Exist. Yeah,
and you know
We
weed
need to get
goes
on that shit.
and weed goes so fast. You would have to actually grow some shit just to do that.
Yeah.
Right, and some motherfuckers just can't keep their shit in stock. It goes.
You just got to make hash with that weed, and then you put the hash away. This is 2000, 2001.
Ooh, like aged hash?
Like that.
You could do that. I mean,
in the freezer, it ain't gonna
Yep.
change.
I was gonna say hash will last forever, right?
In the freezer.
It'll stay
Absolutely.
there. Yeah,
True
keep
that.
it, keep it cold.
Or you get yourself one of them popping ass bud vac jars and store your weed for a
Yeah.
long time.
Yeah.
That too.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Because you know you're extracting the fucking oxygen in there. So if you need to let it breathe, you know, because some weed has to breathe, so
Yeah.
it doesn't have that funky fucking smell. You open it and close it. With that, you could let the air in and fucking, you know, and then extract it right back out. for
Push the button.
oxygen. Yep.
What I know about the jars, about the half full jars, is my UPS guy loves me, bro.
Of course he does.
Fuck, bro. He shows up. I'll take your FedEx packages even in and drop them off. No problem, homie. Here's another jar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hell
it's
yeah.
great
Oh,
for
you
some
look out for
people.
those guys, man. They're
Hell yeah.
loving you. Shit.
They love you.
They make sure that your packages don't get thrown.
You
at
get your shit
door.
first.
and you
You're
get
like,
it delivered
you know?
right, not thrown.
Yep.
It's
Wow.
like, hey man, I fucks with that guy. You make sure, like, if you're taking my route today, don't throw the package. You
Right.
go over there and set it down nice.
Excellent.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't fuck up my shit.
Don't fuck up the. It says fragile.
That's
You
my
treat
plug,
it that way.
Man. That's my plug.
It's fragile, my.
It makes sense.
It seems like because you know, like you were talking about preserving, you know, up to 6 months. Sometimes it seems that if someone could find that fine line of being able to preserve past that and have the weed not go bad.
Well, you know, there's some old timers who've been breeding cannabis too, and they like their weed like that,
Yeah.
aged, oxidized,
Yellow.
Yeah, I've
a
seen
little
that.
bit yellow.
They like it like
Uh,
that.
You
Yeah.
know,
That
and-
golden
It's golden.
kinda, yeah.
and,
They
and-
call it cured, but I don't know. I'm not
That's-
feeling it.
that-
and we would
Neither.
we would always do these like grow panels, and we, you know, Don and I, and or just me, and it's our friend DJ Short. He's the blueberry guy.
Right.
You guys don't all know he's blueberry, and he's created a lot of strains. He likes his weed very cured,
Yep.
Very yellow.
very cured. You
Oh,
know,
man. It's just
to me, that's not going to win a cannabis cup.
No
you know what I'm
fucking
saying?
way.
I want to bring some green.
They want
some
all that
stinky dinky. You know,
They want all that chlorophyll out.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
And it's got to be sticky, right? When
Yeah.
it's all yellow, there's nothing left in it.
there's nothing left.
Is that when it crumbles?
It's
Is
just-
that
Well,
when,
it depends.
you know,
it depends.
A little dusty becomes.
No, it
It's
depends.
just-
if any air got in there, yes, it'll probably crumble. But like if it's stored, like
If it's stored prop-
VacuSeal or one of them Bud Vac type jars or whatever, then it shouldn't be so crumbly like that. It should have something left. But the chlorophyll color is going to be gone. It's going to look more golden, brownish type of thing. Not like in between cess and fucking or boof, in between boof and chocolate Thai bud. Remember how that used to look?
Yeah, Colombian
it's,
gold.
It's like an in
But
between.
that was some good,
look.
like
You know what I mean?
strong fucking weed.
No,
back
I
in
know
the
that,
day.
but
Yeah.
I'm just saying
True
in
that.
terms of the tone of the color.
Oh yeah, dark,
Yeah.
not so fedora weed. You know,
But was it strong weed then?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Maybe to us back
our
then.
perspective was changed. You know what I mean? Like I think the levels have moved.
Well, I
So
think
definitely-
it was fire then.
No,
yeah,
for
back
sure.
then we got what we got and we didn't
Yeah.
know a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We just smoked.
Yeah, I
Give
mean,
me
I
kind
remember like knowing that if your bud came from Humboldt or Oregon or something like that,
Or
that was like
BC.
that was like the tops of the tops.
Yeah.
if
That
you were
was
lucky
not
to get
BC
it,
though.
if you were lucky to get
And
it,
yeah, because it always came in kind of like small supplies, so you had to get that shit quick, and it was kind of pricey.
I remember
You know?
where I used when I was a teenager and I used to score weed. You know, like when the good Humboldt weed wasn't around. You know, you had to smoke some swaggy shit with some seeds in it. You know, you go right down to like fucking Pico Hoover and fucking Fedora, and fools would run what you want. You know, like a Bente Holmes.
Damn, you went down Fedora?
Hell yeah, bro! I know the neighborhood.
Damn, I got fucked over there.
Yeah.
You should have done like, oh shit.
You should have went with Eric, bro.
No, OG.
OG, bro.
He would have had you down there, dog. Come
I
on,
mean,
man.
you know.
Yeah, it happens. You know what I mean? But,
Damn.
One of my homies got fucked over there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
All right.
I would imagine a lot of people got fucked over there.
homeboy had to take the bus home.
Oh shit. I mean, it was, they did have some cool, good stuff, there for, that grade, that time, I mean, for me, I hadn't elevated to, iconic levels.
You weren't at icon status.
No, not yet,
On your way.
But yeah, man, I remember, and I pulled up, and I guess got me a 20, and it was in some foil. Opened up that shit. That shit was straight weed like grass.
You got jacked.
Damn.
I was like, damn, that shit was hairy as fuck. I'm like, wait a minute, what is this shit? Yeah.
That sucks. Never went back?
No, and I wasn't gonna try to go back for a refund.
No,
definitely not.
that's-
Keep your receipt, man.
Yeah. Man.
What was the return policy?
Their customer
Come back
service.
with some fake bills and get them, hopefully get them back.
Their customer service was not really on point. Those really.
Now, was that-
Their Yelp reviews weren't so good.
Yeah.
Was that 87 Bobo or 88 Bobo?
Yeah, that was definitely like about 87
Bobo.
87 Bobo. Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't.
Nice to know you knew
the
the neighborhood though.
Yeah, I knew. That was one of the spots. I sometimes went over there to the park.
I grew out of that shit real quick, you know? Real quick.
Yeah. It was not happening.
By the time I met B, it was all fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you never go back.
No.
You can't.
No.
No, you can't go
Once
back
you
to that.
fucking smoke some good weed, you can't go back to the bullshit.
So do you rather quit? You go to South America, you can't find no good weed.
Oh, there it is, right there.
You know?
Well,
You can't find no good weed.
That's what you find.
Greens.
Well, that was the thing when I
cannot.
went.
No, there's no way.
You're like in the middle of the desert on some tour and you can't find any weed anywhere.
No, I'm not smoking.
And the dude with the camel rolls up and says, I
don't
have
know.
this for
Maybe
you.
you
Be
don't
real.
smoke the whole joint, but I think you might hit it.
No.
No.
No. See, that's why.
Only
when-
if he tells me that he.
How
would be
about you? How about you?
When I went
How
down,
about you, Bubba?
when I lived down there in Buenos Aires, the weed thing was just really not happening. It was real boof. So that's when I got into my concentrates.
But we found him a guy down there.
Yeah, but then it was found, and
He
now
was growing your guys'
I was gonna
genetics.
say, didn't I send somebody to you too?
you did.
in
You did.
Argentina?
That was the first time
Boom.
you
That's
saved
right.
me.
That's right. I remember
We've-
that
Fuck
shit.
yeah.
We've
That
saved
was-
you
that
guys
was
a
the
few
shit. I
places
remember
around the
that.
world
That
now.
was cool.
I said, Dan, I said, what's up,
That's
man?
cool.
And then you hooked me up, and they came through and shit, and came through with some flavors. I said, oh my God.
They're expensive.
But
Oh,
But
no,
it
it
was
wasn't
fire.
free. I don't think
It was fire. But it was fire.
it was fire.
No, I mean, look, if you're in a different country, if it's fire, you pay for
You're
it.
thankful to pay for it.
Man, I was
Hell yeah,
because
because
it
you
was-
ain't gonna find that
Totally.
just anywhere. And yeah,
that first joint was real nice because I had not been smoking at all. Then I tried to I was rolling pinners.
oh yeah, you were trying to stretch
I
that
was
shit.
stretching that motherfucking shit out.
Trying to stretch it like a rubber band,
Man,
man.
but yeah,
Mine.
you talking about Bogart?
Oh,
You
yeah.
ain't passing
You
that
ain't passing
pinner.
that shit.
That's like
It's
4
like
hits.
Three hits from Bobo lungs, and that shit's gone. It's gone. We already know.
I was giving them 4.
What were you gonna say, C?
No, I was just saying, just like hoarding the weed, like, when you got the good and you only got the smallest batch of
Oh
it.
yeah.
You're like taking them really small hits and you're holding that shit in and you're like, yeah.
I mean, 'cause they was smoking that shit like normal, regular people smoking that shit. You could smell that shit from down the block. As my mom would call it, that jail reefer.
It's a jail reefer.
You know what I mean? That shit
Gonna put you in jail, man.
That shit's,
You going.
yeah. It does take you right to the source, you know what I mean?
So, I mean, we've gotten to judge cannabis cups all over the world. Our seeds have been grown all over the world.
I've seen it.
We've been all over the place, a lot of places too. And for us, it's really cool to see, when we first get to these lands, and see what they're growing, and then come back year after year after year and see the difference.
It gets better.
Oh, absolutely. There's times where Dawn and I would never smoke any weed that was grown in Spain.
Spain was always bring your own weed to Spain.
Yes.
Bring your own.
No way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You had to. You couldn't.
Absolutely.
They always would say it's the water. It's the water here in Barcelona. It's
It was the
like-
lack of knowledge in genetics.
Yeah.
Right.
And once they got that, I mean, they got fire now.
Yeah,
Well,
you
now
don't.
you
You
go
don't
there
need to.
before
You don't
Amsterdam,
need to bring your own
to be
weed
honest.
now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean-
Spain. You don't need to bring
More
your
than
own weed.
Amsterdam?
It's the
I
new
mean,
Amsterdam.
It's
got
warm.
shit
It's not.
together.
It's not rainy. There's got nice beaches. You know,
There's a whole lot of beaches out there,
some
Doc.
good food. I mean, Spain's nice.
Yeah.
Amsterdam's nice too, though.
Yeah.
You know, I like. You know,
Amsterdam
like
is the shit.
you
the
never
shit.
can get over that vibe. Like you go
No.
there, you can just smoke a joint and not worry about it. I mean, for us, it
very
was amazing.
peaceful.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I smoke joints wherever I fucking go now.
I mean, we do that.
You know.
No, but when it wasn't legal here though, and you can go to Amsterdam, I know you know, we all know, and you can buy a bag of weed, sit down, get a drink.
It's a
Back in the day,
beautiful
you
thing.
could get a beer or any
Yep.
alcohol beverage. You know what I mean? And your joint, and you're like, this is freedom.
Yeah.
This
It's
is
a beautiful
fucking
thing.
freedom right
Yeah.
here.
This is what it is.
And
yeah.
and that was enough. Like
Yeah.
that was enough to be like, this is my vacation right here. I'll come here every year just to do this, because you don't have that anywhere else.
I could pick up
Maybe
my
Jamaica, but it's not the same.
It's not
you
the
know
same.
what I mean?
yeah.
It's not the same.
Now we got it more than they do.
Yeah, straight
And
up.
they're like
Crazy.
fucking wishing that they flip
Straight
and
up.
do what we're doing.
They have a
This-
lot of California strains, huh?
Yeah, now they do. Yeah. Available.
Yeah.
Look, if you're just tuning in, this is Dr. Green Thumb Podcast. We are here with Eric Bobo,
What the deal?
the icon, Mr. Big Drum. We got C minus. And we got Aaron and Don from DNA Genetics, world's famous. Yes. Yeah, that's right. And look, you know, today is Wednesday. And, you know, it's the day that we always talk about new tips coming out. And we got some new tips coming out.
Oh,
And,
yes.
you know, I'll do like one before me used to do. Pass it down the line.
Boom.
These are the new Funky Field tips. The DNA Genetics Funky Field tips that are coming out Friday at 4:20 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
I think that they.
Oh, yeah.
You have
Okay.
Colton?
I got an image right here. Here we
Yeah,
go.
they're-
All right.
these are the tips right here. These bad boys right here are launching off Friday,
Boom.
4:20 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
FunkyFieldTips.com.
That's right. Go there. Get these tips. Look how fucking splashing they are, bro.
It turned out
God
tight.
Damn. I gotta say those are probably the dopest ones,
Yeah.
to date.
They're pretty fucking dope.
They're pretty fucking dope.
Much love to Mike and
That
B
splash right there, buddy.
for putting us on game with these funkies.
Yes, those are
Yeah,
fucking
man.
ridiculous. Look at that.
They even got
Beautiful.
the color in the logo too. You know what I mean? I didn't think they were going to be able to bust that. But
Oh yeah,
Dude, right there.
that's right.
Reminds me
Looking good, man.
So when you rocking some of them DNA Genetics flowers and you're wrapping some up with hopefully, some rolling papers as opposed to a blunt. But hey, it's all subject to an individual's preference and all that. But wrap it with a DNA Genetics Funky Field tip and some DNA Genetics weed.
Yes.
And then you can puff a tough.
What bag you got right there?
Some DNA cake.
DNA cake. See, you look at it matches the bag.
Dang.
Boom!
Matches the bag.
Everything matches.
Fuck off. It matches
Coordination.
the bag.
Wow.
I've been checking out your website. You guys have a pretty cool website. Click on the strain. Got
That's
the
that DNA cake
right here.
that's in that bag.
Woo, look at that.
Look at that flavor.
Totes
Boom.
delish.
Look at that. There should be like angels singing on the side.
Whoa.
That was an angel.
Not that.
It
No.
wasn't angelic.
Yeah, so
Well,
you know.
we
Definitely
were off
wasn't
key
angel.
one, and we were not harmonizing.
We need to
Definitely
work
wasn't.
on that.
Well, you never do it.
Yeah, you
so
didn't- you never
You
join.
never join.
You should just have it on the what
The
do you call it,
foundation
soundboard.
needs to be together,
Well, the
guys.
foundation is the low baritone.
It's more than a duo. It's a
we
you
got to
can
start
add-
off of you.
We rehearsed this.
We have.
We talked about this.
We did. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, who can fault him? We smoke so much weed here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so make sure you go to funkyfieldtips.com Friday, 4:20 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and jump on the chance to grab those new Funky Field tips right there, man. Those
Yeah.
are the
Let's
business.
let's crash their site.
Yeah, crash it.
Funkyfieldtips.com.
I dare you.
You want these?
You want those?
Wherever you are in the world,
wherever.
You better get on 420.
Do it.
Break the internet.
Yeah, break it. Do it.
Break it and shit.
Break it, fuck it.
You
You know
should
what I
break
mean?
it and shit, dog.
I'm not going to tell nobody.
Now you gotta check my emails. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
You want to break shit? There you go. Let's just break stuff.
There you go, internet.
That's the internet breaking.
Yes.
Because the internet is undefeated.
Absolutely.
It is undefeated.
Forever.
Forever. But you can't break the internet.
No.
Can't you break the
It'll
internet?
break you before you break it.
But they say, they broke the internet.
No.
They use it very, that term very loosely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, let's really do it on Friday. Break the internet. 420 funkyfieldtips.com.
Yeah, let's crash.
I like your
Let's crash their
positive
site.
outlook there, C minus.
I'm just,
I think it's possible.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah, there's only so many of them. Everybody's gonna. It's like shoes.
True.
Word up.
Hope you got a bot to get a funky field tip. Because if you don't got a bot, you ain't getting no funky field tip.
Yeah.
Dude.
He's all about it.
Same.
All about it.
Aaron with the truth.
Word up. Look, let me take this time to mention our two sponsors for today's show, Bud Vac. It's that conversation we were having earlier. You want to store some of your weed and keep it fresh. You go to budvac.com, choose up on any one of these jars. They got eighth to a pound, all right? Choices that one has to make. Do you got to fill it? We'll do it. They got a manual pump and a rechargeable vacuum pump to extract the oxygen out of the jar that keeps your contents friggity fresh. Go to budvac.com, enter the coupon code BeReal, get a discount on any of those products. And also, if you like subscription boxes, go to hemper.co. All right. You can choose up on one of their monthly boxes, their theme boxes, or you could put a box together yourself. Here are some of the contents that you can add to said box. They got everything that one needs for elevation. All right. You could subscribe and get that monthly surprise, or just jump on their shit and create your own. They got tons of glass that is unique. Fucks with them. These are some of the theme boxes. The last one we had here was the space box. Y'all saw it. It's an awesome subscription box. Make sure you go fuck with them. Hemper.co. Use coupon code BeReal for 10% off on your products or your box. All right. Thank you to our sponsors and all that. We are here with my bros from DNA Genetics.
Yes.
And they got the cake, the DNA cake.
We got more flavors than that.
Oh, I know you do.
It's just what we brought.
I know that's what you brought, and you also brought these hash holes, Mike.
Yep.
Yeah, these hash holes, man.
How you doing over there?
Don't be a hash hole.
Don't be a hash hole.
Don't be a hash hole.
I'm hash holed up over here.
Fucking hash hole.
You fucking all hash holed.
I'm hash holed up.
They're good because they last a long time.
Yeah, I'm noticing the length of.
And do you have the hole in the middle?
I do. It's the hash hole.
That's it.
Oh,
It's the hash hole. If you
know,
want to see the hash hole.
In the sun, you can actually see the hash bubbling. It's fucking cool.
Oh,
would you like to put your lips on the hash hole?
I mean, some people are sucking on a hash hole right there. You know what I mean? You could do those things.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get to it. I definitely am. But right now, I'm being a hash hole.
Yeah. Yeah, Bobo will be in a portal in no time. if he fucking fucks with that right now.
Hold up, that might be just like a nighttime kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, after dinner.
I mean, that's like a 45 to an hour long joint right there.
This is the end of the night joint right here. We just happen to be smoking it.
You can be this like
I just smoke that shit every day, as often as I can.
No, I'm saying people that don't smoke these every day, like weed.
Oh, yeah.
This is the end of the night joint right here.
For sure.
If you want to go Mimi's, if you're going to Club Mimi's and you're looking for the VIP spot in Club Mimi's,
Eric might be, if he smoked that, he might be napping on the second half.
Yeah, I might, I'll put some spec on it, and I'll just like put it down and says, okay, I won't get back to you later. I'll see you later.
I'll see you.
You know what I mean?
We got a date with Destiny later.
Exactly, because, and the story is going to be, I'm going to finish that, but maybe not the first night.
Nah, I feel you.
I'll put some spec on it.
Yeah, this is, I'm pretty ripped.
Don, they ask you where they can get that shirt you wearing at mine.
DNAgenetics.com.
Boom.
There it is.
DNAgenetics.com.
You guys been together for a minute. How long has DNA really been?
Dude, almost 20 years, bro. It's been a minute.
Yeah. Long time.
Long time.
Smoke.
Going strong.
Met out here, moved to Amsterdam, started it all over there. What was a dream became reality, kind of,
And as soon as things started to lessen up over here and chill out,
come back over here.
Came
Boom.
back and boom, you already had them.
Yep. We still got a store over there in Amsterdam, and they're struggling over there. Big shout out to Amsterdam crew because they're hanging, but with all the shit that's going on, there's no tourists, and there's not a lot of shit going on over there.
And they're trying to change.
And they're trying to shut that shit down.
Right. They're re-shutting it down. Yeah. So, it's hard to stay motivated. So, it's always good for them to get a little love from us.
Right.
Public style.
I mean, that's just going to cut the tourism down, I think, because I think they really they don't understand how deep that is down there for folks in Europe.
Yeah.
Big time. Big
Yeah.
time.
But maybe they don't give a fuck.
It was the one thing when the first time I ever went to Europe, I had to smoke weed in Amsterdam. It was the thing I needed to do this. If I'm all the way over there, I got to do it.
You have to.
Yes.
Have to.
Yep.
Oh, that was a must.
Yeah. Now California is that place.
Well, when we left, you didn't know you were leaving the Mecca. You thought you were going to the Mecca.
You thought you were going to the Mecca, yes.
And then you realized
we are the Mecca.
This is the Mecca.
We had to bring the Mecca with us.
Yeah.
So
little piece of the Mecca.
Absolutely.
Well, if they had the
not
fire,
Mecca Deca.
No, not Mecca Deca. That's a whole
if
different.
they had all fire, we wouldn't have a place.
It's
what
true.
I'm saying? So
that's true.
If it was all fire over there, there wouldn't be Cali weed over there.
That's right.
Right.
Well, because people are looking for that Cali weed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
If
back
it
on
says
that,
Cali on it, it must be from Cali.
And it ain't.
And on that blunt shit, bro, in Europe, like you said, to each his own. But really, man, they put half tobacco, right? So
Yeah.
it's not even just a blunt.
Not
That
even
shit
half.
is
Not even half tobacco. They
more
take
than
a
half.
gram
Yeah,
of
it's like
weed,
It's like a pinch.
and it will
Yeah,
last. A
yeah.
gram of weed will be like
A week.
6 or 7 spliffs.
They'll have a big old ounce bag of weed that's gonna last them a month because they just take little pieces off,
It's for taste.
sprinkle it with more tobacco than there is weed, and
Yeah,
they get
and they
high
would
off
say
that.
it's smoother. It's smoother.
They look at
You
us
can
like
smoke-
we're fucking savage.
Yeah, it is.
Hey,
crazy.
the first time I ever went into a coffee shop and I asked for the bud tender and back to roll me a joint, and she asked how much tobacco, and I was like, no tobacco. She goes, oh, you're from California or America?
Yeah,
and I was
yeah,
like, yeah. She goes, I don't understand you Americans.
You guys
I was
are
like,
crazy.
Yeah, you guys are crazy. I was
crazy.
like, well, dude, I don't want to ruin the taste of the weed with tobacco.
I don't smoke cigarettes.
At the time, I didn't.
I tell you, they look at us like we're savage when we
Yeah.
do that because
Yeah.
they don't do it like that. Like there are some stoners out there that smoke it pure like we do.
Yes,
But
it's true.
most of the folks that smoke casually, they sprinkle it in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like there was only
Like
one
you gotta
coffee.
ask if they hand you a
Yeah.
joint. You can't just blindly hit the
No,
joint unless
no.
you know.
There was one coffee
it.
shop, the gray area, where you can actually get a bong and smoke bong loads.
Yeah.
Right.
Like the other shops were Dutch owned, they're like, bong, what the fuck is a bong? Like
Yeah.
there's no bongs, You get papers. You can get some free papers and roll a joint. You know,
Yeah.
but like it's a cool experience. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, just to sit down at a table and smoke a joint inside of a cafeteria. I mean, like,
Hell yeah.
I mean, we've been doing it at the Roxy outside for,
Yeah.
you know.
Dude.
Yeah, we were lighting it up like
Rainbow.
those little Amsterdam at the
Oh.
Rainbow for many
Rainbow.
years. For about 10 years, we were down there doing that shit.
Yeah.
Dude, Amsterdam rules.
Crazy.
Yeah, man.
Amsterdam. Yeah, we were using Amsterdam rules.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yo, the early,
We
like,
were.
one of the first times that we went out, went to this place. This was before the greenhouse.
Before
was
we knew
out
the greenhouse, yeah.
and everything. Before we knew it, there was this place called the Fatal Flower.
The Fatal Flower, yo.
Okay.
Fatal Flower.
The Fatal Flower, and they had bomb shit in there. You can go in there, you can smoke, you can drink. They had games, you can play like chess, all that shit, and it was overlooking like the dam and shit like that. And it was over there by the American Hotel.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah,
we
Lights
know where
Applying,
the,
Lights
Very-
Applying.
yeah, right
Yeah.
there, and where the
where the Bulldog is,
right
and the
there.
sports bars right next to it.
Exactly. So you had to just walk a little bit, and it was this spot, and we frequent there, like for at least 3 years, 4 years before we got to know the greenhouse and started staying a little bit more over there, but just that culture, just to be there and say, man, I'm out here smoking weed, and nobody gives a fuck.
Oh, no one cares.
No one gives a fuck.
No one gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Amazing.
We had a neighbor. So the first day we got the keys to our shop, we smoked a joint at LA Confidential in the shop, right?
As you do,
As-
celebratory.
You know, you're still
Yeah.
celebratory joint. You smoke a joint, and then we leave the shop, right? Lock it up, put the rolled gate down, and everything. Our neighbor, who we got the shop, he moved across the street, and we got the shop from him.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, he calls us dawn at like 8:00 at night, saying, "Hey, the police are raiding your shop. They're breaking into your shop."
They're right here in front of me. I'm telling them I'm on the phone with you, and I'm telling them not to fuck your shit up, and they're doing it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on down here.
Wow.
But they weren't used to dank ass fucking weed back then.
No.
You know, I mean, it was one joint. They didn't even find the roach. You
They
know?
straight thought it was
Really?
a cannabis plantage.
Yeah, they
That's what
thought we were
told us.
growing weed in there. They said they were sorry for breaking into our shop. I had to go pick up the keys to the shop because they rekeyed the shop. Right? So I had to go pick up the keys. It was my job to do that. And I said, "Listen, is it legal for me to smoke weed in my own shop?" He's like, "No." He goes, "It sucked that you smoked weed in your own shop." I go, "Well, now that you know, I'm going to keep smoking weed in my shop. So I'd appreciate if you don't raid my shop again, you know, thinking
Yeah.
I'm growing fucking a hemp plantage." And he's like, "No problem. We're very sorry. Here's our insurance. Go see them and they'll pay for the damages."
Oops.
Wow.
That's
Because they
pretty
broke.
simple.
Nah, that wasn't civil. They broke our roll-up door. It took
Oh.
them 6 months to actually pay us, and this was at a time when Aaron and I were strapped. Right, we just opened a store in Amsterdam from our trap in Amsterdam. You know what I mean?
okay.
Like, and so it was harsh at the
Oh,
time.
that sucks then.
In retrospect, they did the right thing. You know, their insurance covered it, whatever. Right, but it was fucked up.
Yeah.
It was fucked up.
Damn, they just fed off the smell.
But I
But the
guarantee-
smell of the weed, it was the smell of the weed.
But
Yeah.
since then, they walked where our street or where our shop is. It's a third away from like Dam Square and the street right behind there, Oudzuid Verboegwal, and that's a tram stop. So there's always foot traffic right there. Cops always are there, and ever since they did that, like our initiation to the neighborhood, and boom, never again do they look at us.
We watched
So-
them raid
was
a, grow,
cool.
a grow right down the street from us, though.
Oh, that must
Word?
be crazy.
Oh yeah, that was cool. But like going back to the smell of dank ass weed, you know, was it the jail weed?
Oh man.
The jail weed?
The jail weed.
We had a neighbor who was like, "Summertime, you want to smoke a joint in front of your shop on the bench, you know, hang
Yeah.
out,
Yeah.
you know." And we do that. And then we had this one neighbor who'd come over. "You guys, your weed is making me hallucinate." He's like 3 buildings down.
Yeah.
You know, your weed, your smell of your weed is making hallucinations.
Smell of your weed
And we're like,
is making me hallucinate.
get the fuck out of here, bro.
Same thing.
I was like, how do you know it's our weed? First of all, because everybody's walking down the street smoking weed. It's a highway, for weed.
Yeah.
Right,
We got that on tour just recently. We were outside smoking outside of the hotel in the alley, and these two ladies that were checking out of the hotel happened to be downwind. And the smoke hits their nostrils. Hey, can you take that somewhere else? It's making me sick. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
no. It's the state of Washington is legal here, and no.
Yeah.
Oh, they were so pissed, dude. She flipped us the bird like you wouldn't believe. Lightning bolts were coming out of it. So she was so pissed off.
So the day of legalization, day one, you were there, Canada.
Yeah.
We threw the party.
Yep.
That's right.
We rolled a joint because we're the first American people to buy weed, our own weed, in Canada. So
Like
we were
legal
legally,
weed in Canada, the first American.
Nice.
no medical card, just show your California ID.
Yeah.
Nice.
And where the fuck was I going with the story? I don't even fucking
It's
remember.
about. It was about being the first guys to buy your own shit in Canada. On the first day.
And then we had to take a flight to
Kamloops.
Kamloops.
Kamloops,
That's
bro.
that's where we flew. But like in Kamloops, you could it's legal.
Yeah.
You can roll the joint in the airport now. We put our nugs through the X-ray machine. The paraphernalia through the X-ray machine so they can see it. There's footage of it. I know there's footage.
There's
of it.
video of you rolling a joint right there
in the
airport.
In the airport,
Like,
and then we smoked a joint
because
outside of the
it's
airport.
federally legal
Nice.
now, yo,
right? It was the first day, and there's the smoking zone, but we didn't want to smoke weed right next to the fucking door. We went across the street, and the security guard comes over. He's like, "Listen, I never thought I'd have to say this, but can you guys smoke your marijuana in the smoking zone?" And we're like, "We're just trying to be polite, so like when people walk by,
Yeah.
they don't get a big whiff of the weed." He goes, "Oh, that's very respectable. You can stay here and smoke." But it was.
That's awesome.
Ready.
Yeah, it's ready, but now you could just smoke right in the smoking zone. Fuck it. It's legal.
Smoke in the smoking zone.
Imagine that.
I like that.
Hollywood Bowl.
One day.
Right? Oh, all the way at the top.
Hollywood Bowl, they got the smoking zones where people can smoke cigarettes, you can smoke weed. They don't
That's
bust
right.
you.
Yeah, they never have.
I think
Bring your own liquor.
I think in most places they're doing that, except for
Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, except for Dodger Stadium.
The airport?
Yeah, the airport. They got to come on in,
They're
man.
dicks.
Yeah, man.
LAX got to come on in. Y'all got to come on in, man.
Hey, man.
Hey,
Schiphol Airport in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
You smoking all your weed right in front of that fucking door. Right before you go in, empty container, they open it. What's this? You smell like weed? You smell like weed. They open the container, like the green genie flies out and and spreads 30 feet, and everybody's turning their head like, what the fuck? And there's no weed, and they can't bust you, but Schiphol Airport was great for that.
Yeah, they are great for that. 'Cause
LAX
they want to
would-
make sure you're not taking anything out. That's basically it.
You almost smoked to the front door of LAX.
Almost. Close.
You don't tell me you don't come in there reeking like weed.
Of course I do. I mean,
Gotta
would I
smoke
be
one
if I
right
did?
before you get there.
Oh, dude,
Word up.
your lips got resin on them. Maybe,
Yeah, you're just like.
Word up. Hey, look, I want to remind people DNA Genetics, the Helix is what the tip is called. Friday, 4:20 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right, get up on them. Look, they're beautiful, goddammit.
Get
Damn.
funky.
Get funky
They got them Tron colors.
with the Helix. Word up, man. Hey, I want to thank you guys for stopping in and chopping it up with us and bringing these hash holes to make us a bunch of hash holes.
Hey, these are excellent, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I actually have a couple questions for these guys.
All right.
Oh,
We
shit.
got Zero Cool 1028 Gaming. Do these guys ship seeds in the USA?
Do we? No.
No.
But there's always a but. Oh, you just have to type in our name and you'll find who sells our seeds, and they make it everywhere.
Try your luck.
Give it a shot.
Try luck, buddy.
Google it.
Go out there.
And we got Dr. Frost saying, on behalf of all growers around the world, thank you to DNA for all you've done in the industry over the years.
Respect, Dr. Frost.
Thanks, brother. Respect. We're just like you guys. You know what I'm saying? We just love the weed.
And Dr. Frost is saying, breeding question. Making a new cross, do you find it better to go F3 or F4 to stabilize, or does it water down the strain?
Sometimes it does water down the strain, keep on going past 4 or 5. I mean, there's people go 8 times. It all depends on what you're looking for and the outcome of the seeds, the progeny of those seeds, when you're doing your selection. So if we grow out something to F3 or F4 and we're happy, we just leave it there and keep the same male, same female. If you're using male and female, if you're doing feminized, they're usually F1 hybrids or S1s.
Word.
And we got Seabiscuit asking DNA genetics in Denver.
DNA genetics in Denver, yes, soon. Actually, we just signed a deal in Colorado, and plants are growing, and yeah, I would say in the next 6 months.
Yeah, very soon, very soon.
And we got Blood Clot in here saying Kosher Kush DNA genetics is bomb.
Blood Clot.
We love the OG.
Yes.
That's right.
And that seems to be it.
Word up, man. Thank you once again for jumping in with us. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
Some
you.
of the best in game.
It's a family thing, bro.
Yes,
we know
it
each other
is.
for years.
Thank you, man.
Word up,
Thank you for
man.
having us.
Let them know where to find y'all.
DNAgenetics.com, DNA_genetics on Instagram, but we're shadow banned, so you got to spell out every fucking letter. You know, even myself, when I try to tag myself in something, every letter. DNA_genetics.
Yeah. Got to do it.
Every time.
If you don't get to that last S, you don't find us.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's fucked up.
It's crazy.
You might find a bunch of copycats, so.
But you find a blue check mark next to it, so you know at least it's me. Everybody else before that ain't me.
Yeah.
True
Or
that.
Don.
That's right.
Boom.
There it is. Thanks again for the save, Don.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
It's good to see you guys always.
Yes, sir.
Word up, man. We'll be back with more Dr. Green Thumb podcast right after this.
Hip hop on your laptop, iPad.
Or anywhere else online. It's Be Real TV, fool.
It's food. Well, you know, you've got to figure with the pharmaceuticals, it's more a suppressive, you know, type of medication. It's never meant to cure you or take away whatever.
Well, some of it is. But
Well,
it's
some
just-
of it is.
Some things they just can't cure.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's always like these conspiracy theories that somehow or another they're trying to stop cures so they can keep treatments. Dude, if we ever found out that was true,
Yeah.
it'd be fucking
Well,
chaos.
yeah. I mean,
we found out.
there are those theories, though, you know, because there is no money in the cure, really. You know,
Right.
for a pharmaceutical company, the minute you start putting out a cure to something serious, you know. But it's you just never know. You never know which ones are real and which ones aren't.
That's one of those ones where you're like, God damn, could people be that evil that they would want to keep people sick? Right?
You know, it could be. I mean, you think about how shit is going on right now, and that's a lot of money in keeping people strung along and not necessarily giving them what would actually lead them to not, you know, spend any money with this particular, you know, pharmaceutical company, or not necessarily that pharmaceutical company, but the doctor and the prescription given. You know, if you don't need it anymore, you know, that's money lost to them.
Yeah.
But again, you know, you want to hope that it's not true. You know, everybody wants to hope that it's not true, but it's hard to prove, you know, one way or another.
What's going on now is like this discussion, like who decides who gets to talk. And what is...
We're all supposed to be able to.
Yeah, we're all supposed to be able to. Now, if someone says something or you know,
something controversial,
something that infuriates people, something that is despicable, then we have to decide, like, what's the option here? Is the option to never let them talk again?
right?
Is the option to limit them to these very fringe areas? Like, if people, there's got to be what's happening with social media. It almost seems like there has to be like a giant public square. It almost seems like that when you have these companies like Twitter and Facebook, and none of them ever thought they would be in the position they're in now.
No
No way. They just were just trying to make some little app. They probably thought it was going to be big. They didn't think it was going to be literally something the
Enormous.
president uses.
Yeah.
He talks about policy and shit. I think the moment people get eliminated from that, and this is an uncomfortable thing, and they're trying to figure it out. I talked to Jack Dorsey, the guy, the CEO, and NVIDIA, who is his legal expert, and she's in charge of a lot of the decisions as far as like what's bannable, what's not bannable.
Right.
And we had interesting conversations about it because they're fully committed to free speech. They're just trying to navigate this crazy thing, you know, and figure out what the fuck is this.
Yeah.
You know, what's the best way to do this?
They didn't. I don't think they realized that people were going to use those platforms in, for politics.
Right. Exactly.
They didn't expect. They didn't see the enormity of what they had in their hands,
Right.
and how it would come to be used by public figures and world leaders and shit like that.
Or anywhere
Here we
else
are.
online.
We
Be Real TV, fool.
You're watching the Dr. Green Thumb podcast right here on Be Real TV, YouTube, and Twitch. I'm here with Eric Bobo.
Yes, sir.
The icon. Mr. Goodlight C-. Now joined with us by Cali Blaze.
What up, y'all?
Yeah, I don't have the pistols.
Man, they look like a magic
cannon.
wand.
Yeah, I had the cannon.
There you go.
cannon.
And this is a cannon.
The cannon was
that
right.
is-
There you go. Perfect.
It looked like some Harry Potter stuff.
Yeah,
You know
It's a
exactly
wand.
like a
That's
witch
what I
stick,
thought it was.
right?
The magic wand.
It is a magic wand, that's for sure.
And
You got
back
friends.
on the show, we got Vanessa Lavarado. Welcome back, Vanessa. Word.
That was big.
You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been on it today, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Yes, yeah.
I'm trying, mate. How you doing, Vanessa? It's good to have you back once again.
I'm doing better now that I'm here.
You've been busy.
Right on.
Yeah, I've been busy. Well, I've been working on I do production stuff, so I've been working on photo shoots.
Oh, really?
Which is really fun. And I've been able to go to I was in New York for a little bit and outside of San Francisco and Marin. And then I recently went to visit some family on Kauai, which was really fun, but also felt really, 2 days after I got there, the governor was like, stop coming. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
"Shit."
I saw your post about
I
that.
know. I was, but before I went, I got tested. I uploaded my vaccination. I got tested 3 days after I was there just to make sure because I'm there to see my aunt and my uncle and their kids, and I don't want to get anybody sick,
Right.
even if they are vaccinated. So,
Right.
Just taking extra precautions.
yeah, every precaution. But it was fun. I did a lot of really beautiful things, and
Yeah.
I'm glad that I got to go.
So that you came back right before it got crazy down there.
Yeah.
With the storms and all that.
Yeah.
So that shit, man.
See New York, for God's sake. I mean,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It ravaged the East Coast.
bad, man. Louisiana, too. God, terrible.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, climate change.
Philly, yeah, shit.
Yeah, I mean, it
real.
went up and down from what did it go from east to south or south to east?
I think
Ida?
it came it started up, came from the water up Louisiana, so it would be going northeast. I believe.
Northeast.
Yeah, nor'easter. They used to call them exactly.
Yeah.
Nor'easter.
That's
yeah.
fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Did
fucked
it,
up.
Did it hit so many spots? It hit Jersey really bad too.
Bad.
And then we have the fires here. So.
Yeah.
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 Complete opposite.
Yeah.
Sorry to be like doom
They
and
got the
gloom.
water, we got the fire.
It says lots of Louisiana residents entered day 10 without power.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, day 10?
What about Puerto Rico? They went like a year and a half. I had family there that had no power for literally over a year. No power.
Ugh.
After Maria. Fucked it up bad. Island was a disaster.
It's kind of crazy that, like, it just seems that we're not prepared for these big things. We're just
Some,
not
yes,
prepared.
some states just ain't. They probably ain't equipped with the kind of budgets that other states are.
The
And
money.
and it also depends on things like Louisiana is below sea level.
Yeah.
So they're
Yes.
they're fucked. I mean,
Yeah, they're on dikes, right?
What are they called? Levees.
Levees.
The
Levees,
levees.
yeah.
So to them, it's like you built something below sea level. What do you expect? You know, Louisiana's a fucked up situation because they're gonna stay prone to it. So these were a test of the new levees because they rebuilt them after Katrina.
Yeah, they did.
So this was supposed to be the test to see how well.
Oh.
And I didn't check did the levees hold. You know what I mean? Because they might have had flooding, but the last time when the levees overflowed, that's when the whole state was just underwater.
Fuck.
It was fucking terrible, man.
Amsterdam is, or Holland is with
Below?
levees. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're below.
You know, that Venice, Italy, right? Doesn't some of it get underwater?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like parts of the year now,
Sure
right?
does.
So, like, I
I
mean,
think they made it so that cruise ships can't come in anymore. I hope I believe I read that, and I hope that's true.
Really?
But yeah, because that was really contributing to
The
that.
overflow.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, it's just like, you know, and they were starting to build they built walkways
There it is
over
right
the
there,
flooded
man.
part. Look,
Yeah.
There it
Look at
is.
that.
Wow.
Gross. I would not stand in that water.
Yeah.
Listen, that is some of the stuff that I've been seeing. It's
Not
like,
even for a picture?
no.
How
Are you
about
kidding me?
electrocuted?
Certainly not. Are you like?
I mean, there's a
gross.
lot
How
of
about
shit
a
in
power
that
line hits that
Gross
water, you're fucked.
shit
Yeah.
And like
You know?
Absolutely.
They got dressed for that.
Yeah, word.
they like dressed up.
You
That I
should have
don't
been in a
get.
hazmat
Dude,
suit,
everyone's
son.
taking pictures out there.
Right? Look at that.
We're just
Why?
on summer vacay.
Hey, who would want to walk in wet socks and shoes?
These
Don't
people
get
apparently.
it.
They're like,
don't
look.
The
get
biggest
it.
danger of that people forget is the power line goes down. It goes in that water. You're fucking fried.
Fried.
That's how people die.
You gotta have them big ass
Fried
rubber boots to fucking save your ass.
Seriously.
What, you guys don't want to go swimming like these people?
God
Oh
damn.
my gosh.
That's so
Think
gross.
that they're like, oh, I would be
Maria,
so
let's
sick.
go swimming.
Hey,
Yeah, tetanus shot after that.
Hey,
Hey.
the water gets in your mouth while you're swimming.
Oh no.
gross. No.
No.
You know,
You're sick.
but
You're
none,
sick.
none of the restaurants
plague.
and none of the restaurants and anything like that are open. No one else is open. You know what I mean? They're smart, but then you have these people. They want to go swimming.
Tourists.
You know, I don't know. I don't get it.
Here's the smart people. They're going on the walkway.
There
Yeah,
you go.
exactly.
That's what
Look,
they've
and
been
they got
doing.
their rubber shoes. They got their galoshes. You know,
Oh,
fine.
man.
They rocking galoshes. Look at
Damn,
that
look
shit.
at
But even with the flooding,
And
I
now-
saw people doing like backflips into like the
No.
streams going down the freeway. I was
In
like, what?
Philly, yeah,
Yes,
people are doing it in
that's where-
Philly.
In Philly, and I was
Yeah.
like, what? Oh my god!
Floating on rafts, fucking everything.
Oh, I,
Whoa.
Crazy.
I wouldn't want to be anywhere near that water.
No, man.
That's no.
What was the dude that you saw? It was in New York, and he was like he was smoking, and
And he was
his
on a raft. I
Yeah,
seen
like
it.
that. You know,
It was good.
No.
People crazy.
All that water that's touched
nasty
everything.
water. Fucking, you ever
It's
smell the
touched
streets?
everything.
That water
Yeah.
has touched everything that you didn't even want to touch.
You walk,
Where people piss.
Yeah.
We're places that haven't been underwater in a very long time,
Yes,
so you can
fuck.
think like that's like the Earth's bath water.
Yeah.
There was a
We're-
clip.
The real flush.
There was a
we've
clip.
Just been, you know.
Yeah, there was a clip of even a rat that was in the water,
Swimming and doing, like,
swimming
flips.
and doing like
Flips. I've seen
flips
them, yeah.
and everything in
And
the
then-
water.
And then he died.
yeah, then
Like
he's
Templeton.
like Templeton, exactly.
Really like
It-
doing flips. I'm
It's a
like,
smorgasbord.
so you supposed to
smorgasbord.
swim in that? You supposed to float in that? Come on,
Oh,
now.
shit. She
Nasty.
took it back
Bruh.
to Templeton.
Fucking nasty, bro.
Like no.
Here's one of the
All
uh,
the nopes.
Yeah,
Here's one of
fuck
the
that.
interstate freeways here.
There
in
you
Philly.
go.
Oh
There
my
you go.
gosh, would you swim in that?
There's another one with the 76.
You
Hell
want
no.
to take a dip?
Looks
Nah,
like
bro.
the, looks
You
like the
take a
East
dip.
River.
Looks like a Houston.
Looks like the East River. Fuck
How
that.
do you how do you clear that?
You gotta just wait.
Oh,
It'll clear itself.
Yeah.
you gotta wash
goes
it.
out.
It clears out, but it takes some time.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that,
I mean, it's rough.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with that.
I mean, and there's people that their fucking house is under that shit. Oof.
There's stuff.
That's done. It's forget
There's
about
stuff.
it.
There's
Everything.
Basements are big on the East Coast. You know,
Hell yeah,
that's-
everybody has one.
You know, and then even like I read this article about some people, even though they don't have the the right paperwork to rent their basements out
That's
as
correct.
apartments,
They do it
still
anyway.
they do it anyway, and a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of people, it's affordable housing for a lot of people.
Correct.
And so the flood took a lot of people out.
And it actually, unfortunately, I heard it killed a 2-year-old baby.
Ugh.
Yeah, that was she was too low and the whole basement flooded.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
Yeah, terrible. I think a few people died in that flood. It was really sad.
Yeah.
It's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
So
Crazy times.
You know, and like, would you live like a beachfront property, like right by the water?
I did for a little while.
I mean, like right there
On the water. I lived for 2 years.
Yeah.
It was crazy because when a storm would come, you could literally think, this motherfucker with one wave, the house is gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
I'd have to be
Yeah.
up like
Sucked
in the
right
hill
in.
a little bit
Crushed.
more.
Yeah.
It's crushing and then pulling it
Fuck
in.
yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
I could not do it.
My girl said she was like, "There's no way I would ever live in that place." 'Cause
You
she was
better
like,
live
I
at
have
the-
nightmares about that shit.
You better
Tsunamis.
live at the top of the cliff.
Word.
Where only Godzilla can come out and fuck with you.
Word up.
That's for real. I've thought about that. Yeah.
Or did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I haven't because I'm not going nowhere near it like that.
right.
Like, I could not live. As serene as it might be, living there, there's all those, like you hear about it every year, at least out here in Cali, where Malibu's fucked up because of fires, then storms, and then all that fucking mud that comes down, you know,
Rock slides.
onto the roads,
yeah.
all that shit. No.
I was actually living there when the fires happened in 2008. So my old business partner, just so you know, before everyone's like, "Oh, you were balling." No, my old business partner was balling hard, and he had bought a beautiful house on Malibu Road. It used to be the Disney house, and he was never there. So he was like, "Yo, stay there all you want. Fucking pay the utilities." I'm like, done. So it was like I literally got to live in a $10-11 million house for $4,000 a month, something stupid. But the fires broke out then, and I think it was what's her name, Suzanne Summers. Her whole house burned to the ground, like a bunch of people. Shit, all burned. 2 houses down from him burned, and they had mudslides coming down at the same. Yeah, afterwards it was fucked up, man. Just a lot of the land's not built for that shit, you know.
Yeah.
Rick Rubin had a house that housed a lot of his old, like his OG equipment that he, the drum machines he made Paul Revere on, the Beastie Boys work and all that stuff, and a lot of stuff that he had from his days as a producer, it all burned in fire. So those fires,
that's terrible, man.
Those
that
fires
shit is crazy.
Terrible.
Yeah, a lot of brush. That's no good.
You lose everything in a fire in a flash.
No
Just
brush,
think
bro.
about
No brush.
Were the wildfires happening out here when you guys were younger? Or is that kind of like a newer thing?
It would happen, but not to the extreme that it's happening now. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember it always being like hot, and sometimes there'll be fires. But no, now it's gotten a little like crazy that it's happening a lot. Maybe it's people that are causing the fire that are like arsonists. I don't know if that's what's up.
I think
either,
a lot of it's
but-
utilities too, like
Yeah, utilities that are fucked up. They haven't
the
been
grid
upgraded.
isn't exactly the grid's not upgraded. It's private organization, and
They got some janky shit popping
Yeah.
off, and then
It was new back then, way back then.
way
I
back.
remember earthquakes when I was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. I remember those earthquakes shook the shit out of you.
Yeah.
I remember the
Shake
first
it,
time I
baby.
felt it. That shit is not a New York thing. So the
Yeah.
first time I was out here, it wasn't even a big one. It was like a 3.5 or a 4.0, but it was within like a mile of where I was. It didn't feel like an earthquake. I thought a truck hit the house. It was a bang. So instead of like shaking, it was an actual fucking slam. It felt like something slammed into the house, and then there was like a little vibration, and a minute later, another vibration. But we were so close to the epicenter that 4.0 felt like I don't know. I'd never felt an earthquake. I was like, holy fuck, what is this?
Oh, man.
No way.
It's heavy duty.
Mom's
It
home.
is.
Yeah.
Word.
I think growing up in California, we got used to it.
Of course you did, yeah.
You know what I mean? It was one of those things. It's like almost when it starts shaking, there's a barometer in our head,
Right.
like of when
You
we
already
need to
know.
move or
Yeah.
get to the door. It's like, it's all right now. And then you start feeling the shake too hard. You're like, yeah, we should go outside then.
Yeah, sometimes it's like, okay, we're all right. And then other times, I remember the first one I remember was 89, I think it was. And I was in Hollister at the time. And it was a pretty big one. I just remember getting under the table, my mom looking at my sister and me and being like, oh, get under the table, and everything breaking.
Yeah, we used to have those earthquake drills and stuff like that. Get under the table.
Oh, yeah.
Get under the table.
You know.
Oh, yeah, for sure. In school? Yeah.
Or, you know, I mean, is it like the stand in the doorway? I've heard that works, and then some people say no.
Heard of Pyramid of Life, which is like you stand next to something that's like more compact and bigger than you, so that if anything falls, like, and you crouch next to it, so that if anything falls, it's gonna like be
Brace.
stopped by that. Like, you know, you shouldn't be on your bed or under your bed. You should be next to your bed, crouched to it. I've heard of that, but I don't know if that is like the current recommendation.
Definitely
from...
don't be by a window or a mirror.
Yeah, exactly. Stay away from glass and mirrors. But as far as like stairwells and
Well-
definitely out of those.
Well, because they say doorways are the sturdiest part.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Thresholds.
that something would fall if a...
I don't know. What's the recommendation?
According to Google, it says in modern houses, doorways are no stronger than any part of the house, and the doorway does not protect you from the most likely source of injury, falling objects. You may also not be able to brace yourself in the door during strong shaking. It says you are safer under a table.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
so it's just
probably.
fuck doorways then, huh?
Fuck a doorway.
Yeah, well, I guess
Doorway.
back in the days they were stronger because
Yeah.
they're saying modern,
Yeah.
which
Modern
means the old
house.
builds, those were the strongest points.
Yeah.
Probably.
Depends on your doorway.
Right.
True that.
It makes
Can't
sense.
trust it now.
It says you're supposed to do drop, cover, and hold. That's the maneuver.
They used to tell the people in the 50s for a fucking nuclear attack, same
Drop,
thing.
Same
cover,
shit.
and hold.
Yeah, for
True.
a nuclear attack.
That
Fallout.
shit's
Do
gonna
we
burn
need,
your ass.
do we need new advice?
I think we need a new...
Yeah, a
We need a
nuclear
protocol.
drop.
yes.
Protocol.
You mean like nuclear drop, like you drop down on the ground. You're gonna get burned.
Burnt.
You're
You
done.
dig it to a crisp.
That
Pulverized.
shit is...
You know,
It's over.
no matter how you
everything.
drop,
Right.
flat
Ain't
drop,
nothing.
You gotta have-
curl,
you gotta have-
whatever.
Tight, you can-
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
You have to have one of them old school bomb shelters
Yeah.
if you want to, you know.
But even then, right?
If I could deal with that.
How do you get down there in
Doomsday prepper.
time?
Yeah.
They had
I don't know.
they had a South Park with lava, and they were using the same time thing. They said duck and cover if it was lava, and so a fucking volcano exploded. Everybody's ducking and covering, and then just getting lit the fuck on fire. That first season, that shit was hilarious, man.
Oh my god.
That's
yeah.
how, because that's how old their information
Of course.
what
For
to
sure.
do.
That's
in
what
an
they were
emergency.
bashing exactly.
And you know, South Park will take every fucking chance they get
Yeah.
to point out some stupid shit.
Yeah, man.
They need to change information.
Yeah,
They
it's
do.
true.
But yeah, you know, in terms of earthquakes, yeah, I guess the only thing you could really do is if you got a sturdy table, get under that
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah. This
Would
this
be great.
table. Would be good.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is
As
gonna
long
work.
as we don't fall through the floor,
Yeah,
we're
we're
fucking
good.
No, but even if we had to crowd under it, if shit happened, if shit got real, we could all crowd under it, and this would protect all of
And then
us.
the
GF
lights,
keeps
you
talking
know,
about-
It's like everything else falling on us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the walls.
Is this what you're talking about, Callie?
What? Yes. Duck and cover. There you go. Exactly what I was
Oh,
talking
that's
about.
horrible. I love it.
And then their immediate
Exactly.
skeleton bones. Yeah.
Duck and cover, and it was in the old like 1950s voice, the way they used to narrate it. So it was fucking hilarious. Yeah, that was a good one.
Duck and cover.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I think it's time for
Yep.
Yep.
beep.
Time for submission.
Why you always looking at me when that comes off, man? Stop looking at me, Bobo.
Submission.
I tell you, stop looking at me like that, man.
Shit.
I'm gonna ignore you.
Submission. Submission.
We did it on tour, man.
You know, just keep it. Just keep it.
No.
Just keep it. You don't have to mess with it. You don't have to do anything to it. Just keep it the way it is.
Proceed. Never mind him.
We got a bunch of submissions sent in today. We got this sent in from Ant, little Bobo's Portal action.
Bobo's
Wow.
Portal.
Wow.
Is that what it
Is that
looks
what it
like?
Coming
Yeah.
soon.
Is that what it looks like, though?
Yeah. Something like that.
When Bobo steps into a portal.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah, that's a nice looking portal right there, man.
It's nice.
Yeah.
And we got Big Tone in here. He said he made some stuff for Taco Tuesday, yo.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All
Is
right.
there weed in that?
Marinade. No, they just tease us.
Oh, this is
They
like
just tease us. It's mostly non-medicated. They just,
know we're hungry.
They know we're hungry. We're stoners, and this
Said
shit
some
ain't
homemade
right.
sauce.
Yeah.
Yum.
That green sauce looks
Got the
good.
beans too.
The
Wow.
frijoles.
What are you, fucking Colton?
Frijoles.
That's
The
how he needs to say
frijoles,
them.
yeah.
The frijoles.
Frijoles.
Let's see. Wait. Hold on. Frijoles.
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 Yeah, there you go.
He's saying it as much as he could.
I was trying to guide him there. He's still got a problem with that R.
We got a new submission in today. We got Brandon Hockenberry in here. He said he made some smoked queso with a video.
Wow.
I mean,
Smoked queso.
I see how you doing it.
I need to do this.
I see how you doing it, buddy. I see it and I believe it.
all the
Damn.
chips.
What are the chips?
Yeah.
There's no chips. Yeah, bring on the chips and bring.
Fuck that. Give me a spoon.
He said, "Give me a spoon."
Fuck that.
chips.
Keep me away from Bobo after he eats that.
Yeah. That's the real deal.
That's Bobo guts in full effect.
It's Bobo guts.
I don't know, man. With all that cheese, I might plug it up.
He's stopped up. He's stopping up.
Too much
That shit-
dairy.
Log jam.
That shit might be log jammed up.
Wow.
You might be safe.
There's no mud butt when log jam happens. Opposite. It's the opposite.
Man, that shit will stop it right there.
Stop.
You know?
I'm not.
Name of grub.
No, I wasn't even gonna go that far.
That shit is like shut down for the weekend.
Yeah.
You know that, all that.
Close for the weekend.
It's close for the weekend.
Out of service.
Sitting on your left side, just with your belly.
Shit.
Yeah, just like
Next.
And we got Glenny Blanco in here, my cousin Benny.
yeah.
He said had to roll up another one
God
since Be Real
damn.
smoked mine.
Oh.
Yes.
Is that who rolled your bat?
Yes.
In
That's
Massachusetts?
Him. That's
There you go.
right there, bro.
Damn. Look at
Some,
that.
some
I know Aton didn't do it.
He can't do it.
That's
no.
correct.
Damn.
He sent in a video as well.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
That paper.
Oh,
looks
it's burning
like,
good,
like,
bro.
Yeah.
Nice function.
Damn. How big is that paper?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
He said, "Oh yeah, oh yeah."
Biggest waste of a fucking big joint is those mega raw cones. They don't burn well. You can't even get a good hit. They fall apart. You got to build it like that or like this or whatever. Those raw cones, those big ones, are such a waste. You can't even get a good draw off of them bitches. That shit was hitting when he hit it. You
Yeah.
seen that lighten up.
Yeah, there's
good.
cherry in there that was lit, fam.
And we got Hector 420 in here. Said he made some barbecue for Labor Day.
Yeah. Barbecue.
You bastard! Look at that. He's just gonna peel it right
Oh,
out.
nice.
Wow.
That just
That was impressive right there.
Slips out.
That is so fucked up.
turned her.
Rude.
I'm taking this personal.
My God, look at that.
All right.
Yep, that's right.
And we got Jake 94 saying the only 7-foot red tail boa constrictor right here.
Nice. Colombian boa, yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay. I
Oh,
still
no.
wouldn't hold it.
That's the one I have.
It's
Fair
yours. You know, all
trying to
all
hold
love, but I would not even touch it, bro.
I had one of those, man. Same one.
Now, you wouldn't go into a house if, like, your friend said, yo, my snake is just, he's out the cage. He's, like, goes
you?
around,
Would you?
Oh, I already
If some
know.
dude
No,
told me
no,
his
I don't.
snake is out of the cage, I'd walk right out. I don't
Yeah,
know what the
so
fuck he was talking
I
about,
like-
but I'd be gone. No matter which way.
I'd be like, you need to put him back in the cage.
Yeah.
He'll be all right. I haven't seen him for, past 6-7 hours.
No,
But he's going to be getting back in the cage like any time now.
Then we having this
Might be
conversation.
hungry.
Then we having this conversation outside. Number one, look, I don't go to nobody's house, so that
Yeah.
wouldn't happen.
Right.
Two, yeah, that wouldn't happen.
And just wouldn't happen.
No.
All right.
Next, we got JFire 088. He's saying got the new funky 10mm, learning how to roll with the new strain. Can't wait for some of the
cool.
doctor's prescription.
All right, look. Make sure you shape it right before you put the tip into the paper, and then use the tip as the guide to roll the rest of it. You start from the tip all the way out. Aight. See if you can grasp that information. Next.
We actually got a footage of when Callie was a little baby.
Oh, word.
You guys are fucking assholes.
With the beard and everything.
Oh, I hate you motherfuckers, man.
The only baby with 5 o'clock shadow.
Listen to old Chuckles over here. He's always the biggest supporter.
Dude, the
fucking B. Yo, did you see the skating one just then? Oh, that was ridiculous.
Oh, wow.
It's so funny, B.
Look at him.
There it is, that
Oh my God. That's ice cold.
That is ice
Oh,
cold
that
right
is
there.
fucking funny though. That one's good.
You know how much
That one
leg
got me.
strength Kelly
That's
plays?
hella leg strength right
His
there.
core.
That's hella leg
That's all
strength,
core.
right?
That's
That's
all
core.
That's all core.
That's all
Oh
core
man,
right
that
there.
shit was funny.
Oh, it's so strong.
That's just a strong, right? All right, next.
And this one's interesting. We got OG Skate Show in here saying, skating, my mini ramp caught what may be an orb in the sky.
Oh, shit. I thought I saw that.
Oh.
Twice.
Yeah, that's from
This
the
is-
camera. No,
No.
that's a speck on the camera.
Right
I've had
there?
that happen
Right
so many
there?
times.
Right there?
I've had that happen a lot of
Look
times.
at
Really?
I see
It's-
it.
this.
See it?
That's just him moving the camera
What
and
is
the
it?
light coming through it. I'm telling you, I've had that happen a million times.
Oh, I barely saw it. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think, Bobo? Orb or no orb?
You know, on a clear day, maybe that might be like something.
Go back just a little bit further. Did you guys see that?
That's cool.
Hold on.
Right
there.
Yeah.
See that?
Where?
Yeah. Let's see that.
Oh.
Right here.
No.
It goes on and off, on and off.
Okay.
Could be a fucking house back there.
A
Yeah.
light?
Look at way on the left.
No.
Like way on the left. That light, big light right there.
That's what's causing all this shit.
That's right there.
Might have been.
I don't
And-
think so. I don't think that.
And look at the top of the top of the ramp. Like, look at how straight it is.
Okay.
Might be reflecting.
Definitely from that light.
I don't think so.
I don't know anymore.
I don't know.
And look at the shadow of the homie. When he goes, it looks bigger than him. It looks bigger. There's a lot of conspiracy
You're
theories.
tripping. Dude, you're tripping. What are you looking at?
Yeah, dude, like, wait.
Breaking it
I
down.
was just amusing myself.
Bobo's tickling himself over here.
I was like, there's no way
Like,
that shadow.
what the fuck are you looking at, buddy?
The shadow's bigger than
His
this.
shadow got bigger right here. It's not his shadow.
Look at over there.
Look at his shadow.
But look at his shadow. It's way bigger than that.
I was like, no. Just
All
no.
right, next.
And we got Shane Howard in here saying, made this batch of green chili while watching some of the old episodes of the Dr. Green Thumb podcast.
Okay,
Nice.
let's look at his ingredients one more time. Go back. He's got some tomatoes, some peppers, some onion, some garlic,
Are those apples?
and then he's got bell peppers
Yep.
And tomatillo.
and tomatillo. And then
Roasted.
he roasted them.
And peeled. I wonder if he used
I like to
like
burn.
fire. You know when you burn them on the
Yep.
on the stove and then you just peel it off. It's messy.
Yeah, like a
Looks good.
Yeah.
And he's asking, what do you guys think of green chili?
Yum.
Awesome.
Delicious.
sounds delish
Yep, I wish I had some.
right now.
Are you offering?
Why are you trying to tease?
No,
Why are you trying to tease us with that delicious
man.
pot of?
They're like, hey, what do you think? We're like, yeah, looks great.
It looks
Can
great.
we try it?
You know,
No.
sample.
Shit ain't right,
Come
man.
on, bring us some.
I'm
Not-
taking notes on all this. Next.
This next submission, I actually got a submission sent in from Skinny Pablo.
Oh,
Really,
word?
Skinny Pablo.
He's saying swingers party at my place this weekend.
Look at it. Yeah, wow.
He's living his best life, Skinny Pablo.
Hey, look at that pineapple. Oh, it's
He's
mango.
a Hollywood swinging.
Oh, wow.
Pineapple and what's the other thing in his hand?
I'm not sure what those are. Looks like limes. I don't know. Apples.
Vanessa, do you know the thing about the pineapple?
No.
Okay, so this is like a thing that swingers do to
Tell other swingers.
to let other swingers know that they got a party. They'll leave a pineapple on their porch, and then they'll wear like Hawaiian style clothing with pineapples or exotic fruit on them to that's their code. So when
Word?
swingers run into each other, yeah,
That's the.
we had this conversation.
Yes, we have.
I know, we did. But
Yeah, so Skinny Pablo.
That's great.
Swinger
is-
party
is
this weekend.
Indicating he's got a swinger party.
Swinger
going
Pablo.
on this weekend. Swinger Pablo.
Swinger Pablo.
Skinny Pablo, that's a very iconic move right there.
Yeah, that was very iconic.
Yeah, that was very, very iconic.
now I have a question: are swingers couples or
Usually.
Yes.
or
That's-
it's
yeah.
singular?
Yes.
You can't
No,
be a
it's-
singular
no.
swinger,
No.
right? Because
No.
you have
Gotta
to be
have
in a
a partner.
relationship.
No,
like
yes, it's
a
gotta-
partner, right?
Partner.
Yeah.
You can be like there's like a unicorn too, where you're like a single person who likes to date a couple, and then there's like thruples and it's all sorts of things.
That's what,
you know?
that's what a unicorn is?
A thruple, that's a term?
Yeah.
Wow, I never knew that.
Oh.
Learn something new. every
See,
day.
you learn something new on the Dr. Green Thumb
Yes.
podcast every time.
Wow. I like
Random as it might happen.
Thruffle.
Next.
And we got Utah Hawk in here
thruple.
with some burgers and brats for Labor Day.
Burgers and brats.
Oh.
He brought it.
Look at those
He brought
burgers right there.
He
And
brought
burgers
the
look
brats in the burgers.
He brought the brats.
Yum.
God, I'm so hungry right now.
You guys aren't right. You guys know that
Yeah.
we're dying from this
See,
right here.
that's what I'm saying, man.
I mean, I don't mind because it gives you ideas, but all good.
And we got Vic SM1 in here saying one of the insane strains now available in San Diego.
Word.
Honeymoon.
That's right.
One of my faves right there.
And Vic is saying got the San Diego business card at Dr. Green Thumb's soft opening.
That's right.
Got the bag.
We're right here. That's right.
And that soft opening.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when's the main one?
The Grand is on October 2nd.
All right.
Coming up.
That's right.
That's around the corner.
It's around the corner.
We got a new submission sent in. We got Curly Fries in here saying,
Oh.
just wondering if Sendog will be on the podcast anytime
Oh,
soon.
I thought he was going to show us curly fries. But no.
Word.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
This is easier.
That's right.
All right, yeah.
He's asking, when will Sendog be on next?
When he comes back to LA.
Him in the brocha.
Hey, we're gonna talk to the brocha.
He's got to schedule it with his brocha. Make sure his brocha
Is available.
is available. He can do the date with him. He might have his own interview that day. The brocha conducts his own interviews.
He tells Sen sometimes where he's got, we got to go over here.
I heard Sendog's Brocha is going to start its own podcast. It's simply called The Brocha.
I heard his brochure trims him.
Yeah. Yep.
And we don't really have
shit.
another submission, but I figure I'd show you guys tomorrow. I get my wisdom teeth taken out.
That's
Woohoo.
disgusting. What
Bottom
are those
two
fucking...
right there.
Make sure someone records you.
There we
Man.
go.
Oh, there you go.
Man, is that's the
You
front
have,
view.
you have gray
There you
teeth.
go.
Did you have a meth problem with those gray teeth?
I don't know what. I looked at
Silver
that too.
teeth?
I was like, what's going on there?
That's just the color.
I mean,
It's
all,
black and white.
all your choppers in a straight line. That's kind of weird.
Cool.
That shit was weird, yo.
Go.
It's all in a straight line. I
Call-
know. I
You
know.
call
It's,
them wisdom teeth because if you were smart enough, you pull those
Pull them
bitches,
bitches out.
Yeah.
That's the wisdom.
They give you those little like squirty things to clean it
Yeah.
after. It's really you're gonna have so much fun.
Can't wait. Here we go.
Yeah.
And
Welcome to the world.
And that seems to be it for submissions.
mashed
All right.
potatoes and
We want to thank everybody for your submissions. If you should like to send some, send them to BeRealTVContests@gmail.com, and we will run them throughout the week if we don't run them the day we get them. Also, if you are not following us on Apple Music or Spotify, follow us there. The Dr. Green Thumb Podcast. Get it on the run, the road, or the gym. All right, choose up, catch it on the replay. And we want to thank our, peoples at Podcast One for spreading the knowledge. All right, and if you haven't smashed that like yet,
There
you go.
smash it, and
Come on,
pass the knowledge on to others and share it out, and have them share it out, and smash the like, and them share it out to others who will do the same.
Yes.
Pay it forward.
This is how we grow. All right. And, if you are subscribing and have not yet smashed the all notification bell, please do so. That would help you to be notified when we drop this show and it goes live, so you're not coming in late. And we wanted to make an announcement on that. I think starting in October, we will be flipping the show to 5 o'clock. From 5 to 7, so y'all have a whole time to get ready for this.
When is this?
In October. You ready? You ready right now?
We're gonna try a different time.
We're gonna try different time slots. Son.
Okay.
Did you send an email?
No, I said it right now.
Can you fit that in your schedule, Bobo?
Can you fit it?
Yeah, I can fit it.
Or you could join the morning show. I know you wake up at 4 in the morning.
Oh, there's a morning show too?
Yeah,
No.
we're gonna pop off a morning show too.
Who's doing the morning show?
You are.
But that's me, huh?
Yeah, you do the morning show. I'll be here with you, but
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
How do you like to wake up?
Bobo's early as hell.
I
He's the
get
earliest
up.
riser.
Yeah, because every time
the
I
sun.
wake up, he's posting them, and I see his shit at 5:30.
On the road, him and I are the first two.
I bet. I bet.
We're like panda con carne and tuna fish and
Word, you
Rasky.
always.
We're like constantly trying to get that number one slot.
Who was up?
But Bobo's always beating me to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like that. Okay, so this is starting in October. I'm going to make a note of this.
All right.
Thanks. Thanks for letting me know.
I mean, he said.
Team Icon.
We talked about it yesterday. You don't
I
remember?
wasn't here.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He was
I
off.
wasn't
Yeah,
here.
we were
Just-
talking about.
Yeah.
So
While
you
we
get-
were brainstorming, you were off. That's
So-
right.
Hey, yeah. While the old man was making moves. Like,
The old man was making things move
Really?
yesterday.
oh
Yeah.
man.
Made my desk move twice. But that's not the conversation. Next one.
We don't have any more submissions. Just
Oh,
gotta
that's
go
right.
into a super chat.
Okay, so we just flipped into that because I was giving info. All right, yeah. All right, look.
Yeah.
So there you have it.
Yeah.
Rewind it if you forgot it already, because I know you're stoned. All right, we're about to get into opening up the Insane Asylum doors. You can give a shout out, ask a question, make a comment, whatever you like via Super Chat right now. We invite you. Let's do it, see.
Let's do this. We got Heebie Jeebie up in here. He's saying first super chat. Shout to Heebie Jeebie.
Yeah.
Shout out, bro.
We got
One.
We got Wasky in here asking, Yo Bolton, would you kindly ask C for a sock check? I got it right here.
Yeah,
on the screen.
Dad. Today, Butters.
Butters.
Yeah, Butters today. Well, Wednesday is usually when they do like South Park episodes, right? All day. Right. So, word up to South Park.
Yes.
And we got Brian Field in here saying, Yo B,
Yo.
tell you something is fire.
Thank you. And, if you haven't heard this album yet, it's called Tell You Something or Let Me Tell You Something. It's on all platforms right now, including this Be Real TV page. It's on the playlist. You can listen to it there, or go to Spotify or Apple and fuck with it, or Pandora, Tidal, whatever. It's everywhere. Right now, the video number 9 is on it. We played that at the beginning of the show. Maybe we'll play it at the end. But either way, you can check it here. And that's featuring Burner, all produced by Scott Storch. Go get it!
Fire.
That's right.
Straight
Real.
fire.
We got Dr. Frost in here saying, Hey Bobo, where do you stand on cheese strings? Is pulling the cheddar string by string a Team Icon pastime, or you ain't get down with the strings?
String cheese,
You
Bobo.
mean like string cheese?
Yeah.
I'm
String
down with
cheddar. Have you ever seen that?
Do you peel it or do you bite it?
I peel it.
Yeah, word, me too.
I like the string cheese
gotta
to
peel
to
it.
Just
peel
peel
it.
it.
Yeah, you have to
Little
enjoy it
pieces,
for
yes.
how it is.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's called
Now-
string cheese.
Yep.
Now
Yes.
the only time that I don't, that string cheese, that cheese that has the prosciutto like wrapped around
Yes.
it. That I'll just eat.
Yep.
You know, regular. I won't do that. But regular the string cheese, peel it.
All right. Sounds right.
There it is.
And we got Zero Cool 1028 in here saying, have funky tips. Got the Green Thumb and Cypress Trio set. I'm pumped.
Right on. Good for you. That's good.
Hell yeah.
It's good stuff.
And we got Mike Phillips, Lakewood 562 saying, can I get an eep, motherfucker?
Eep, motherfucker. Eep.
And he's saying, congrats to Big Boy on a star.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Salute to Big Boy.
And we got D-Man Rules 123 saying, yo, salute to Be Real, Bobo, and C-. Have a good day.
Thank you.
What up?
And we got Tripper Gilbert in here saying, sup homie, sup fam. Yo, B, can you sing Trouble in the podcast? Love that song.
Wow.
Damn.
I'd have to get the song back in my head, back connected in my head.
Right.
To, I don't think did we have an instrumental to that?
No, we played it
We played
live.
that live.
Yeah.
We never had, I mean, maybe there's an instrumental, but we always played it live. Like, you know, Bobo was the conductor, and we would fucking roll.
Yeah.
That was a fun song to do, though.
No, it was good.
It would stir motherfuckers the fuck up and cause a nice little mosh pit.
That was a fun song to play.
Yes.
Hardcore.
I could do. You know, speaking of songs, I ran across one on Spotify today that I did with Fear Factory. I think it's called "Back Up Off of Me" or some shit like that. It was pretty crazy. It's a
Word.
fucking dope song. I totally forgot about it.
What album was it? Or what year? You remember?
I mean, they only did one rap song on there with me.
Yeah, I'll find it.
It's not a rap song, but I'm saying.
You're on.
Yeah, I'm on it with them. I can't remember what album. It was when they were all together.
Word.
You know what I mean? Because there's different versions of Fear Factory.
Mm-hmm.
Next.
And we got DJ DeLizard in here saying, thanks for the magnificent genetics, guys. Been growing your seeds and always the best of the best results. Keep rocking it. Big love from Argentina, Jay.
Word.
That was for DNA.
Yep. And he ain't lying.
We got Cutter Merhai in here saying, legalize worldwide. Big love to DNA and Be Real.
Thank you very much.
And
And
we got
on their behalf, thank you for them.
And we got Glenn Blanco in here saying, yo, much love for that shout out. That was the illest. Only thing is, my name is not Benny Blanco. It's
Glenny.
Glenny Blanco. Be Real got caught up in Carlito's way.
Yeah, I did. I know. I realized that yesterday.
Oh,
And I
man.
started changing it to Glenny. Or is it Lenny?
Glenny.
Glenny,
With a G.
yeah.
With a G, yo.
Okay,
Yeah,
Benny.
I corrected myself after I realized that yesterday. Glenny Blanco. Sorry.
Glenny.
My bad, Glenny.
We got Dr. Frost in here saying, hey, Kelly Blaze, what are your thoughts on THCA isolate made from rosin? I've never had it, but I'm a big fan of diamonds and trying to go all solventless.
Then he answered his own question. If you are a big fan of diamonds is THC isolate. One's made with solvents to separate it, and the other one is mechanically separated through a rosin press. So if you like THCA diamonds, switch over to the what's it called, the isolate, solventless isolate.
But
Same
a lot
thing.
of people fuck with the rosin right now.
Big time. That's why we're going so heavy into it, because it's what people want. You know,
Yeah.
we got to give them what they want. But yeah, if you like
People
THC,
like diamonds, but the
but you
rosin
know what?
press-
Yeah, you can make rosin diamonds. So what they'll do is they'll mechanically separate the terpenes from the THCA. Will stay back in a little white puck, and then they'll take that and they'll put it in parchment paper, warm the parchment paper, and they can shape it. So then they'll break it off, and you can make solventless diamonds. So you can actually make them look like diamonds, and then reincorporate the terps that you separated from the rosin, put it right in there, and it looks like your regular diamond separations, and you did it solventlessly. So we will be doing that too. So
That's cool.
That's
definitely,
badass.
it's cool, man.
What
Yeah.
if you don't want to reintroduce the terps?
You don't have to. Like, that's what I think this gentleman was saying, that he likes just THCA. I just personally, you need terps, bro. I mean, if you actually look at how, I'm not a doctor, scientist. I'm not trying to pretend I know how this works. It's just little things I read. You know, all our bodies have what's called an endocannabinoid system, which are basically receptors for cannabis. All right, they've been there for thousands of years. So the terpenes are supposedly basically the carrier vessel that help carry these cannabinoids throughout your bodies and to hit different receptors. So they say the more cannabinoids that you have, the fuller the spectrum, the more effects you're going to feel. So that's why I'm never really a fan of just an isolate. I want everything. I want the terpenes, full terpenes. I want THCA, THC, everything, because they all play a role.
Yeah.
We have receptors for each thing. They're there for a reason. So when people separate and isolate, if it's for medicinal reasons, I completely understand. If somebody wants to isolate CBN or something to sleep and they don't want to get the psychedelic effects, I understand. Cannabis is a medicine. Use it wisely. But for enjoyment purposes, I like no isolates, no THC isolate, not THCA isolates, none. Just give me everything. You know, that's me.
Hell yeah.
Next one.
We got Mike Phillips back in here saying if you watch Drake's new video at 19 seconds, it's Bobo Yoga.
Oh, word?
Yeah, he was
You
biting.
mean-
He bit the Bobogenics.
You mean it's Yobo?
He did.
He bit that.
He bit Bobogenics? Plain
He
to
bit the
see?
Yobo. He bit that.
Damn.
You know, I mean, it's clearly evident.
It's clearly evidence
that it's, you know,
Of theft. Thievery.
thievery right there of the.
I mean, he could have came up with it at the same damn time.
Well, no.
No?
No,
There's a
this,
thief out there.
I think this is thievery.
Thievery.
Just
You
thievery.
know,
He caught-
those moves right there, that's pure Bobogenics.
Damn.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
You'll know exactly what it is when you do see it. Just check it out. You'll know what it is.
You know what it is.
Yobo.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I mean, do you have it, Colton? I mean, you brought it up.
I'll have to search for that in a second.
All right,
I just
all
saw
right.
I just saw the comment shoot over here
All right,
now.
let's keep pushing.
And we got Wasky in here asking Callie, are your legs dangling in the air right now?
Why don't you ask your mother? She's under the table. She can get a good look.
Come on.
She'll give you a good look.
Ouch.
Wow.
Hey, listen, you fucking go there with me, I go there with you.
Holy shit.
That's it, man.
And we got Justin Kubit in here saying, pleasure to catch another good time live. Salute to forward success and safety out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
And we got a Texas Mickey Malted Cocktail saying, y'all ever lose anything valuable in the mosh pit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like what?
Chains.
Oh, shit.
Chains. Yeah, I lost my chain.
They just pull it
Pop.
off. And
I'd be so
pops off.
heartbroken.
I did. I stage dived into the mosh pit. Forgot to take my chain off. Bam! Snapped.
Gone.
Went right through my hands as I was trying to hold on to it.
And then it's not like you can say, all right, excuse me, everybody. I lost something here.
Maybe a beeper, a wallet.
I
you
lost
know?
my shoes and socks one
The
time.
thing is getting stomped out.
I
It's
lost.
done.
I lost a bag of weed. Yeah, I've lost some things.
I lost hits of V.
Yeah.
Shit.
They're in my
I've
pocket, you know
not
what I
lost
mean? And just I was
You were mad,
running
huh?
around, and I was like, "Oh man, it's time to go!" And then like you reach in your pocket, you're like, "Huh."
Yeah, no, I didn't lose that.
Yeah.
Next.
And OG Skate Show is saying, it was not a reflection at first. I thought it was a shooting star, but it was unexplainable.
Oh,
Yeah, he was there, you know.
yeah. He felt
I
it.
was just saying what I seen, but you know, you were there,
Yeah,
man.
that's not a reflection right there.
Hey, we believe you, bro. Nobody calling you a liar.
And we got Victor Murphy saying, the morning show brought to you by Cypress Hill Coffee.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That's one way we
Listen, Bobo don't need no coffee. He just up.
could. Nah.
You know,
I need some
I
coffee.
enjoy some hot cocoa though.
Yeah, he'll take
Oh,
some
word.
cocoa.
Yeah.
I would
You know,
love
I
that.
think this show as a morning show would be fucking great, to tell you the truth, though. I
Well,
think,
no,
I don't
we
think
wouldn't
anybody
change
wants to
this
wake
show.
up. I know.
We wouldn't
You would
change
just
this show.
add one.
We would just add
There
one.
you go. There you go.
I could wake
Yeah.
up early to
That'd be a great show.
do it with you, Bobo.
What time would it start?
Probably like 8.
Yeah, that'd be the
Yeah.
right time.
Yep.
I'd
Sounds
get
about
here.
right.
I'd get here around 7:30,
Yep. Same.
and then boom, boom, whoop de whap.
I wouldn't be doing it from like my bed.
Zoom call in. Zoom in from the bed.
There's just like a computer
Right
there.
there. All right. Good morning.
Morning. Crack it. Hey, everybody.
Coming to you straight from my lair.
Wow.
It's Cocoa with Bobo. It's morning Cocoa with Bobo.
I've been having my cocoa.
No. It's morning Cocoa with Bobo and friends.
And friends.
Talking about cocoa. I just had my cocoa this morning with some marshmallows.
Hey, with some marshmallows.
Marshmallows.
Do you hold your finger up?
Do you?
Do you put your pinky finger up when you are drinking your cocoa?
Just for a little stretch.
Little stretch. While you have a crumpet.
Tea and crumpets.
No tea, cocoa.
Cocoa and crumpet sounds delicious.
No crumpets.
Cocoa and marshmallow.
Yeah.
You are missing the theme here.
What is a crumpet anyway?
It's a
What is a
cookie,
crumpet?
man.
Like a
It's
pastry.
kind
Stale
of like
bread.
this, like I don't know if this is right. Maybe Google it, but I feel like it's a pancake that has like a thin one with like lots of little holes in it, but it's kind of I don't think it's kind of sweet. I don't know exactly what a crumpet is. That's what I think of.
There it is.
There,
right
that.
there.
Yeah.
That's a fucking crumpet,
Look at
y'all.
the
Okay,
crumpets.
I'm not off. Okay.
Like an English
More
muffin
of
look.
like
English
an English
muffin with
between an
holes.
English muffin and a pancake.
It's a different, it's like a...
Ooh,
That look right
the
there. That
jelly
looks
right
like an English muffin with jelly.
I'll try it.
I'll try it.
I'll
of
try it.
course. Delicious.
Next.
Next, we got Mike Phillips back in here saying, "What up from Lakewood? Can I get a some people and an aw yeah?"
Some people.
Yeah.
There you go. And
got it.
salute to you.
And we
for,
got
for wanting such a thing.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, see?
Yeah,
we got Wasky Wabbit back in here asking Bolton Blanco, "I wonder who was first today." And it was Wasky just rubbing it in.
There you go.
Number 1.
Wasky. It's Wasky.
Yeah.
We got GDP Smoke up in here saying, "Salute to the doctor. I'm about to double flip this coma." Saying, "Shout out to Vanessa." And he's saying, "When everyone's in Arizona, let's sesh up."
Yeah.
Word.
And we got D-Man Rules 123. "Thanks for Bloody Mary, Be Real. You and DJ Paul are ill."
It's Mother Mary.
Oh, he said Bloody Mary in here.
That's a cocktail.
Bolton.
That's a,
Bloody Mary.
That's what he
It's
said,
delicious.
Bloody Mary.
Is what Sen likes to drink. Mother Mary is the song you're talking about.
Dope track.
Word. Thank you, because I know what you meant.
It's the remix, yo.
It's the remix, Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary.
You know what? That just gave me an idea.
oh.
Aw, shit.
Hey, man.
Hey,
Does it
man.
involve Bloody Mary? So we all
No,
gonna get some?
not really. Damn. That's like, you got to want a Bloody Mary.
Right.
Not everybody could get down with the Bloody
That shit
Mary.
is nasty, man.
See,
Yeah, man.
because it's too tomatoey for my man
yeah.
right
Yeah,
here.
you don't like tomatoes.
You don't like that tomato sauce, so V8s, no. See, look at him.
I
That's
don't-
like
Do you
that's
not
like his
horseradish?
kryptonite. That's like his kryptonite. V8, you say something like that to him, and he's like, "Whoa."
And avocados. He doesn't like avocados.
What?
Guacamole? Yeah.
Bobocado.
No avocados?
He's a
No.
V
That's
hater.
a sin.
He just hates the V's.
That is a sin.
He's a V hater.
Foe of all veggies.
Oh, man. Don't dig that.
Foe of all veggies.
You know, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was because my mom used to force me to drink like carrot juice and watercress juice.
So you don't fuck with carrots either.
You rebelled.
I can eat some carrots.
Oh, okay, that's
carrot
good with
juice.
you, but no tomatoes, no.
Nah, man.
Okay.
Can't do it.
All right.
Depends on the tomato for me. If it's been put in the fridge, that makes it mealy, and it's really disappointing. So
Oh, shit.
I don't like a mealy tomato, so it needs to be in season too.
Yeah.
But otherwise I don't get it. I just eat ketchup if I'm gonna have a hamburger or something like that. I'll just put ketchup on it.
That's what I'm talking
I don't want a shitty tomato. If the tomato is really good, like listen, I'll eat the tomato. I love tomatoes. I'll eat it right off the plant.
But ketchup.
But
You're good with ketchup,
I'll
right?
eat
You know what's
ketchup on my burger.
you know what's disappointing when you go get a burger at one of the like a grease pit type spot, and the tomato is bigger than the fucking hamburger patty.
Oh, yeah.
Too juicy.
That's
ratio is
I
wrong.
mean, you don't never see that because you'll never order that. But
Right.
there are places where you have a mincy ass little patty and a thick ass tomato.
Feel
Like,
cheated.
fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Feel
Fuck outta
cheated,
here.
man.
It's
Next.
not cool.
Yeah, you feel cheated big time.
Next, we have None So Vile in the super chat asking us if has any one of you heard of Delta Zero, Delta O.
Delta Zero.
That's
I
what he
can't
said.
say I have.
That's what he's saying. Just asking.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not there, but
Tell
that's
us
not me.
what it is.
And we got Javi G in here saying good weed and good vibes is the deal. 24/7 Team Icon.
That's
Yes.
correct. Yes, sir. That's the vibe, man.
That's the vibe, yo.
And
Oh, you
Wasky,
did one? Go ahead.
and Wasky is saying Coco with Bobo, but Bobo is in robe and slippers for the new one.
Yup.
Oh shit.
Got to do it in like some half PJs. You know what I'm saying? Silk PJs in a robe.
Some chocolates.
Some slippers, yo. Some slides.
Yeah, slides.
Yeah, no chocolates, man. You got to be sliding.
Yeah. Ain't no toe segregators.
No chocolate?
No chanclas. They're like,
Oh.
there's like sandals.
Oh.
Did you say toe segregators?
Yeah, I said no toe segregators.
No toe segregators.
You know
man.
what I mean? Like flip flops.
He don't want
you know
your
what I mean?
toe. He don't want us. No one wants to see his toe thong. Next.
And we got Kanye Ortiz saying, Yo, B, thanks for the consistency. Y'all really help me out and chill after work. And respect and continued success to you all.
Thank you very much.
And we got GDP Smoke saying, Cali Blaze, when will you drop some concentrates in Arizona?
You know what? That's a good question, but real talk, we got to get everything settled and right here before you go on to the next step. So
True that.
I'm still trying to, get everything dialed in perfectly where we have everything running right here. Then I can go do that instead of spreading myself thin and losing focus on what we're working on right now. So soon, I hope soon, but real talk, at least a year. We got work to do here first. But thank you for, we'll be there for sure.
And GDP Smoke saying, shout out to the highest podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you very
Indeed.
much.
That we are.
Yes.
Totally appreciate that.
I would say yes.
Yes.
And we got Jesus Christ in the super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Yeah. Good looking, man.
Thank you very much.
And we got Mad Ways McVeigh saying, Be Real, the new album is fire. I fucks with Runaway, Hands Up, and Triple OG, and Number 9.
All right.
He said,
Word.
The album is great, music to burn and ride to, one love from Southgate.
Right on. The hometown. Home team. Word up. Thank you very much for that, man. Again, if you ain't up on it, he just told you, all right? Tell you something. It's out there right now. Go get it. Listen to the songs. Tell me what's your favorite. And if you've already heard it, you can, splash off your favorite right here. Let me know. All right? When we were starting, it looked like Real G was the favorite. But right now, it's actually, at least in terms of our YouTube playlist, it's Bad Day.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's
one with
the
Crazy Bones.
Yeah. Dope.
People are fucking with that. All right. Next.
Next, we got Heavy Hitter saying, Pretendo. Looks good, smells good, but no flavor or buzz.
That's right.
Shit's all over the Cali rec market. You kidding me? Garbage.
Boof.
Garbage. We hear that, man.
And we got Stylish Birch with a little Mitch Hedberg quote. My FedEx guy is a drug dealer. He just doesn't know it.
He knows it. Trust me, every carrier knows it. Straight biggest trappers in the country. Shout out to the fucking U.S. postal system. Cheers. That's for you. You guys do great work. Keep it up.
And we got Panzon in here saying, Be real, how many joints do you smoke a day?
You don't count.
Yeah, I don't count. It varies. Sometimes more, sometimes less, sometimes more or less.
There's always plenty.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And Redford Ricky is asking, how long you guys been smoking?
I got 30 years.
Yeah. Over
You
that.
got more than that.
Yeah, 30 plus.
I'm almost at 30. I didn't start smoking until I was 19.
No,
That's late.
19.
Yep.
That's late.
Yeah.
I was late, man.
No, 19.
I didn't have my first beer or smoke weed till I was 19.
Good for you.
No, 19.
Hardcastle.
Then what happened?
I drank first. My family, I always had wine. My grandma used to give me wine with orange juice for some reason.
What?
Wine with
yeah,
orange
I
juice?
know. I don't know. I loved it though. It was great. I know, it's so
Wine
weird.
with orange
My
juice.
mom used to give me a little bit of whiskey whenever I was sick. She'd just be like, "You want a little whiskey?" I'd be like, "Yeah."
Can I
Take a little sip.
Can I touch on that? It's so funny because, you know, people freak out when they find out people smoke weed in front of their kids, this and that, right? But when you think of how fucked up it is that everyone in here, I guarantee you, your mother, father, aunt, uncle, somebody used to sneak you a beer when you were young, let you have a sip, let you taste it, That's all right. That's okay to give fucking alcohol. My mother was rubbing whiskey on my gums when I was fucking teething.
Same here.
When I was teething. So, like, that was a normal thing. But yet, God forbid, people are like, oh, you smoke in front of your kid? Yes, absolutely, because I'm not going to stigmatize and I'm not going to make it like it's something bad because why do you do that with your alcohol? Do you what's it called? Holy shit.
Damn.
Yeah, that was
Cherry down, cherry
that was the end
Cherry
of it.
down,
Yeah, we
burn
burned
it down.
We got a cherry down, guys. Sorry. But I really hate that fucking that does that people freak out about people talking about weed. I think you should absolutely talk about weed in front of your kids. You should absolutely educate them.
Yeah.
So they have, when they get older, they can make educated decisions on what's right for them instead of hiding it and making like it's something so bad. Fuck that.
It's so
alcohol.
bad that it makes it even more appealing.
Of course, but you know what? It's not. It's like, alcohol's. I'm not trying to shit on people, to each their own, but alcohol and cigarettes and all this kill more than everything. Those things are fucking bad. Alcohol breaks up marriages, fucking causes people to do things they would never fucking do.
Yeah.
You know what weed does? It causes you to miss out on shit that somebody else is doing because you're high. You're like, I'm good. I'm chilling right here.
I'm
It's
gonna
like
stay home.
you don't get drunk. When you get drunk, shit goes down. When you get high, the only thing that goes down is your eyelids. You know what I mean? So it's like it's two different evils. And I'm not saying people shouldn't drink. To each their own. But the people who can't control it and have those issues with it, it can ruin lives, and it does ruin lives. It separates families. It does all that shit.
Yeah.
We don't fucking do that. You know what I mean? And they stigmatize it so strongly. It's like, fuck you.
I don't really know like when alcohol has led to anything positive for me.
Word.
Yeah, same.
Exactly. Well said.
That's why I stopped.
Me too.
Yeah. Whereas weed, I know like what I
Absolutely.
use it for and like how it helps me
Yes.
throughout my day. I'm like, yeah, this helps me with my anxiety and it helps me to like, even be here around people and hang out. Like if you all didn't want to smoke weed with me, I'd be like, I don't know if I want to be here.
For real.
Exactly.
But yeah, having it be this thing that needs to be hidden, like, I get it. You don't want kids to be like smoking at a young age, but there does need to be like education about it because it's going to be around them, especially in a legal market and like, especially with edibles, like you don't want them to get their hands on stuff that is really potent and they're going to have
Agreed.
not a fun time.
Yeah. Edibles would be scary for a kid that didn't know what it was going to do to them,
For
Yeah.
sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
For adults, it freaks them out, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine a kid, something that intense. Yeah, people got to do a good job of hiding those fucking things. That's for real. Because it looks like candy to a kid, you know what I mean? It's a gummy. It don't say nothing on that fucking gummy, so if he sees it and eats
candy.
it. Yeah, exactly.
I used to see like what was
Show's
it?
over.
Advil that was the candy coated.
Oh, yeah, and they
had
taste good.
candy
It's
on
Advil.
it. I wanted it.
Yeah.
So
Advil tastes good. That's
there's like
fucked
certain
up.
medicine that tasted good. There was one
Does.
antibiotic that was like really tasty. It tasted like bananas or something, and I was like, "Ooh, I hope I get sick like that again, so I can take it. So I can take that medicine."
How many more we got, Cole?
We got a few in here. We got Mike Phillips back in here saying C- in the mix tonight.
Yes. Yes, I will be in the mix tonight on 6 p.m. on Twitch, doing my evening edition of Armand Van Helden, New York's.
And he's asking, where's that Bobo yoga clip? We just got to make it into a GIF. I can't play a Drake music video on our live stream because we will get flagged and our monetization will get taken away.
Yes, we don't want these.
Don't want to take away the money, bro.
Yeah, don't do this.
That's not kosher.
It's not conducive.
And we got JMaxC in here saying, shout out to everyone there. I was just rewatching the Bong Appetit episodes. What were some of your favorite items?
Oh.
The albondigas by the lady from, she was actually from Mexico, but she was living up north.
In San Francisco.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of her restaurant, but she was like a nona. She was a grandma.
Yeah, she was good.
Abuela. Yeah.
Did you guys ever take any doggy bags home?
No.
I'm trying to think. I think sometimes people would take things home.
Oh,
I think so.
Like,
yeah.
like if you guys like say, man, I like that. You know,
I
give
can't
me
remember, but
back
yeah.
me up that.
Yeah. I mean, we ate a lot of edibles. It was a lot. I wasn't exactly
lot.
like, I need to go and eat more edibles. Like, I was already sweating it out of my pores and coming out of everywhere. So I just, but I think maybe some of the people, like some of the crew or whoever, some of the guests who came on were like, can you pack that up for me? Maybe like, I think George Clinton wanted something that he had on the show, and then the chef packed it up for him. So
Oh, right on.
yeah, I was
There you
like,
go.
oh.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, give it to George
I mean,
Clinton.
the food was really good. It was really, really good. So
Looked amazing.
yeah, it was fun. I mean, weed tastes good in food. So, and it's easy to put into it. It's like so simple and quick, especially with all of the concentrates that are being made in the industry now. And like with lab testing that's available, you can be far more accurate with dosing than using flour, you know? So, yeah.
We got Jesus Christ back in here saying, Ayo B, can't wait to see you on the day before my B-Day on the 19th in Corning, the Art of Rap tour. And he's saying, what up, Bo Bizzle? And instead of an eep, he's giving us a sleep.
Damn.
No one is asleep right now.
He's not asleep.
I'm never asleep. Just because there's a portal does not mean anything for asleep.
Yeah. Told you.
Portal was a portal.
Saying.
Eat, motherfucker.
We got a Texas Mickey Molotov cocktail saying, you should all be smoking a huge joint like Cali do.
Oh, man, that's
It's a lot of work, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. I've done it a couple
Shit.
times.
It hurts.
The 10 to 12 grammer, and that shit is fucking. It's some work.
I'm gonna go for a 2-piece on Friday, I think.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna try to
See?
knock a double down and go
Oh
for
my God,
double
look at you, just setting records.
No, I'm gonna try.
Personal
I
best.
think I could do it because I finished that in about an hour. I don't know what's gonna happen on the second one, so no promises there. But
I'm here to
gonna go-
watch.
I'm gonna go for it. Fuck it.
You'll do just
Yeah.
fine.
You're gonna
Thank-
do just
thank you.
fine, but I'm here
Thank
to
you.
watch.
In the last chat of the day, we got Bueno in here asking, is Insane Clothing sold at San Diego Green Thumbs?
There should be some that's going to be available down there. You'll see it soon, like maybe one of these. Yeah, wait.
Well, yeah, there you go.
There you go. Anyway, there you have it. I want to thank everybody who submitted stuff today for the show, and all of y'all that got engaged in the Insane Asylum and the super chats. Thank you very much for that. We appreciate you 1,000%. All right. Vanessa, you got any shout outs?
Oh, yeah. I am, if you want to learn how to cook with weed, I'm on Patreon, the Edible Club. I do lives every Sunday. I think this Sunday we're going to do veggie burgers.
Nice.
So, yeah, I want to do something like plant-based. So,
Cool.
yeah.
Cali Blaze.
Always shout out to my beautiful girl. Mi hermano fucking Psycho Les. I seen you yesterday, brother. Fucking mi familia, for real, man. That's my brother.
Oh, he had
now.
your back.
That's
Oh,
my
Bobo.
fucking brother. And you know what? There's a chance shit could get ugly on Wednesday, but you know what? I'm willing to fucking do it for you because you went to bat for me, bro. So we're there.
Yeah,
like he said, there is no one of us. It's us two.
GF was questioning
Yeah.
Bobo
Yeah,
right
he,
now.
wa- he wants
It's
Bobo
like-
to get more aggressive. He does.
Right.
He's like, what is
he's
Bobo
looking-
going to do?
Yeah, but he also tried to take your manager
Word.
too.
He did
man.
not. He couldn't. You seen that? That's not going nowhere.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
ain't breaking
yeah.
that. Come on.
Nah, but he
No
tried.
way.
He
Yeah,
did. He
yeah, he
posed the
definitely
question.
tried because he said, "Hey, man, I'm not really happy with my representation right now." So,
And then he's asking Les, and Les is like, nah, B.
yeah, nah, B.
But B.
You know,
He's like, nah, B.
Yo, check it out. Check it out. You know, a lot of questions are going to be answered
Yeah.
on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
A lot of questions are going to be
Oh,
answered.
shit.
I have been in talks
Yeah, man.
on GF because there was a lot of things that
He
was
called
going
me
on.
yesterday.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I had to just like tune it out. I'm like, you guys are just, I don't know what you guys are thinking. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of answered questions, and we're going to see what's up.
Yeah, man.
Team motherfucking Icon.
And we're Team fucking Queens, baby. Queens, New York City, all day.
I got
Queens forever.
I got it.
All right.
You know.
Oh yeah, Queen strong, baby.
Colton.
Shout out to Insane Asylum. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Ray Morning Shop Films for holding it down. And it's Wellness Wednesday, 15% off CBD products at Dr. Green Thumbs. Go check it out.
Right on. There might be one more super chat right there for you.
Yeah.
We got, let's see here. We got D-Man Rules 123 saying, "Yo, Bobo, you are an inspiration as a percussionist."
Hell yeah.
Thank you very, very much for that. Thank you.
And shout out to Mindy Pablo for the super chat. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
There's no Anthony Garcia there?
Let me refresh it. Oh, just popped up. And we got 12 grams in the bong. Takes me 10 days, yo. Damn. That's what Anthony says.
You put all of that in the bong at the same time?
At the same time?
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
C minus. Shout out.
Sir. Thanks everyone that's been joining me on Twitch in the mornings and in the evenings this week. For those that don't know, I've been going on at like 9 a.m. and I do a 2-hour set. And then I'm also going on at 6 a.m. So you can join me tonight where I'll be doing part 2 of my Armand Van Helden set. So join me over there at C minus Fan 4. You can go over to DJC-com if you like the hat. If you type in C minus as the code, you get 25% off your whole order. And just thank you everyone for hanging out with us here on the podcast. Appreciate it. And I'll see you guys soon.
Bobo.
Catch me on the socials on Twitter at Eric Bobo, on IG at Eric_Bobo, on Facebook at Eric Bobo Music, EmpiresOfficial.com. Get your Empires merch and physical copies. And also, in about 5 minutes, going to be logging into the Insane Asylum Discord. We're going to have a little smoke sesh. So definitely check that out. Log in and do what you got to do. Team Icon in the motherfucking house. Thank you for your support.
All right. Word up. We want to thank everybody for getting down with us on the daily Dr. Green Thumb podcast 2 to 4 for right now. Bobo.
No, are you going? Are you?
What do you mean?
Now, are you going with this new time, like for real, or or is something you guys still gonna discuss?
It's in discussion
on my off day.
Discuss it with
I didn't even hear about this either. You told me that. I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, you didn't hear either.
Oh, no, I had no idea.
What? No. Well,
Interesting.
It was just it was a mere discussion.
Definitely Team Icon right now.
Damn. They flipping the time like I'm flipping cats.
Wow. Absolutely. All right, look, check out the Dr. Green Thumb dispensaries in Cali. All right, we got the insane flavors. You've seen them. Boom Bang, OG Christmas Lights, Ice Cream Cake, Hindu Funk. Mac 11, Maraschino, Ruby Red, Insane Honeymoon, Grape Bonsai, Rockstar, Bermuda, Cali Nights, Godfather, and Insane Mamba Juice. You can find them at all the stores. San Diego's the new one. Make sure you check it out, and make sure you check out the flagship in LA. Once again, catch us on Spotify and Apple Music, the Dr. Green Thumb podcast. All right, stay with love. Love is the key. Stay away from the booth. Stay away from the hate. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. One.
That was fun.
We ride around wildin', high on our minds. I'm a street legend. I'm ahead of my time. When I die, pull something off the vine. Move 100 miles an hour, limoncello number 9. We ride around wildin', high on our minds. I'm a street legend. I'm ahead of my time. When I die, pull something off the vine. Move 100 miles an hour, limoncello number 9.
Take a breath, blow it out till there's nothing left. Take another step, count your blessings, we ain't finished yet. Gone too soon, they'll be walking at the moon, smoking in the room when they reminiscing over you. Pour it out, spill a little for the ones you lost. Take a pause, never doubt the lines that you run across. Waiting for applause, yeah, you beat the odds. Reaching for the stars, heard your boss, now your name is ours. Sign them up, put them on tour, there he goes. Run around the world, you can spin the globe, doing shows. Spread the word, coming soon, dream coming true. Common theme, get money or it's getting you. Money over everything, money be the king. But I'ma keep it moving, yeah, money ain't a thing. Trying to live a dream, make it a reality. Actually, I'm living it, taking over gradually, getting it.
We ride around wildin', high on our minds. I'm a street legend. I'm ahead of my time. When I die, die, pull something off the vine. Move 100 miles an hour, limoncello number 9. We ride around wildin', high on our minds. I'm a street legend, I'm ahead of my time. When I die, pull something off the vine. Move 100 miles an hour, limoncello number 9.
Woke up in the west where the sun sets. No regrets, emblem on my chest. Yeah, the family crest, we the best. Read it on the net, ready on set. Call us heavyweights, man, we heavy set. Dropping on my Chevy set. Flew up to the east with the Jesus piece. To the knees, hanging with the slider seas. Money trees in the breeze, waiting on the press release. Presently, Hennessy in my cup, heavenly. Render me lit as fuck, give it up, never see. Essentially, got one speed at 100 and eventually you might hit the brakes. A mistake, no penalty. Lanes for me to take, no breaks. You'll remember me.